Welcome to the 2022 Wampus Cat football season. I'm Jeff Matthews, joined by the voices of the Wampus Cats, Levi Gilbert and Tim Roach. Back once again. It's our 22nd season to broadcast Wampus Cat football, and I'm excited for my role, which will be to be a part of the pregame show with you, and then my role to sit in the stands and watch our son, who's a backup linebacker for the Wampus Cats. So I'm excited about this senior year for him, but excited about the team in general, guys. I know y'all have spent a lot of time. The preseason show that you did was great. Let's get your thoughts, though. Levi, take it first. This 2022 Wampus Cat team, what do you think of when you consider them now?
Well, I think Tim said it best in the preseason show, is that these players, these coaches, they know what they have coming back into this season. They are extremely deep at all of the skill positions on offense. Our front seven, I would stack up against any front seven in the state, and their secondary is a little young, but a bunch of talented sophomores uprising there. So I mean, the last 2 years have been an absolute blast, and I think 2022 could be another step up. If you can even imagine that, it could be that this season, and I'm just excited to see it unfold.
We have an opportunity, and I think it's so rare and it's unique, where you have the opportunity to build on something that the foundation is so strong that it really is just nudging it forward and trying to do that next little thing that's going to get you over the hump. It's not like you're trying to rebuild. It's not like you're trying to pull it all together and hope that it comes out. The hoping part of this program is gone. It's just, can you get it done? Can you get that one thing to happen? And that one thing is getting over the Bryant hurdle, which I think we're going to face again at the end of the year. We've done so many of the other things to get it going. We have a defense that I believe will be better than it was last year. We saw phases of goodness in the early part of the season. We gave up a lot of points. But as we work towards the end of the season, you could really count on the defense to get the critical stops. That's the only thing I was really worried about going into this year. And from what I've seen on the field, what I have heard from the coaches, when you talk to the players, they're all ready to go on the defensive side. So I really don't have any concerns there.
Well, let's talk about the offensive side and the guy that the whole spotlight is on. Not the whole spotlight, the first spotlight is on number 3, Donovan Amalo. He, a year ago, comes out as a sophomore, gets the start after the injury to Sam Gregg forces Donovan in. We weren't even sure how to say his name at the start of the year. Finally got that right. And the fact of the matter is, everybody knows how to say Donovan Amalo now. Let's talk about our quarterback.
Oh my gosh. Well, Mark Kelly, offensive coordinator, he's put it as succinctly as possible, is Donnie's special. He's a special kid. He's a special athlete, and he brings such a unique mix of talent. The deep ball is just on point. He's a big quarterback, the biggest quarterback we've had in several years back there. And he's fast, too. He can run if something's not progressing the way he likes to see it. We saw his first touchdown a year ago was a long touchdown run against Bentonville at their place. He's a special dude, man, and I just can't wait to see what he does. And during our preseason show, Coach Kelly, off air, we weren't recording at the time, said, I really felt like I didn't give him enough to do early on in his sophomore year. And now he's helping run the show right alongside Coach Kelly. It's crazy.
Everything Levi said, but I will throw in what I was so impressed with at the very beginning was his ability to manage the game. The pace that this offense plays at is unlike any I've ever seen in my career of watching and playing football. That their pace is unbelievable. And to throw a sophomore in there, to take the reins and to play at the level he played at, to make the decisions he made on the field, whether it be to check down, to run, to pull out of a read option. This guy had next level things going on last year. And from what I understand over the summer, through the 7-on-7s, through all the work that was done, the reins that Levi mentioned, and the playbook has just really grown with that. And I think Coach Kelly's confidence level in how he manages the ball game and his leadership on the field, if it goes up a little bit, just a little bit more from last year, we're in for a really big ride as it relates to Donovan.
On the offensive line, that's where I was going to go next, is arguably the best collegiate prospect on this team. and that's Aaron Smith at left tackle, and it's become left tackle you here at Conway. When you go all the way back to Colton Jackson, and there's probably some even prior to that, but since Colton, been a factory of them that have been coming out. Aaron Smith's the next.
It's
Yeah.
just yeah, I'll let you take it. You take it, Tim.
Well, I'll tell you, and Aaron Smith, I've talked to Aaron Smith quite a bit, and not only is he talented from the beginning of his high school career, he's been real tall. He was lean. He was very thin tackle, but his skill was such that he could manage that and not get pushed around. His technique was so good. Now he's added weight. Boogie Carr talks about the fact that he's added more weight, and that's good for running back to see, but it hasn't changed his ability and his next level skills. And so we're looking at a guy here at 6'5", still growing into his body, but can manage the techniques. It's going to be fun to watch him. And this guy, here's what I like about this. In the Coach Kelly offense, the left tackle, yeah, it's there to protect the blind side of the quarterback, but I actually, in our case, it's the front side. But he is able to pull that tackle in his offense. And Aaron Smith is very fast. He's very fast for a big guy. Gets across the line of scrimmage, doesn't hold anything up. Love Aaron Smith out there at the left tackle spot.
Over on the defensive side of the ball, let's spend some time there. We've got some guys that are going to, well, they're gonna hit people, and they're gonna bring people down. This could be an exciting defense all year.
I mean, the front seven, they all come back with starting experience, and just played huge minutes last year. Preston Prock,
yeah,
Big D, DeMarkel McKenzie, Kelvin Thomas, Kesey Stuckett has moved from the interior out to one of the end spots. They're not the biggest guys in the world, but they are strong and they are so fast. It's going to be a real problem for these big offensive lines that we'll be facing, because, I mean, we'll see it tonight with Bentonville. Huge offensive line, super talented, but can they handle the speed of these guys? I don't know.
Well, and we spent all year long talking last year about the takeaways and a defense that was just rabid on taking the ball away. I mean, it was unbelievable. I really don't recall the kind of turnover margin we had. So you've got a defense that's already built on the fact that they take the ball away. Can they build on that? I don't know. I don't know if they can be better at that than they were last year. But they've got some guys in the back end, and Jonas Cecil, and it's Hudson. I believe it's Hudson. Is that who is back there?
Hudson Wallace.
Hudson Wallace. So those two safeties, Hudson played a lot last year. He and Drew Canterbury and Ben Chandler got a lot of time, even though he didn't really start many games. We've got guys in that linebacker crew that are fast. They're a lot like Wade Simpson in that they are fast, they can tackle and can cover. And in the schemes that we run up against in the 6 and the 7A Central, we're going to have guys that can do that. I really like this defense. I know we lost a little bit in the secondary, but I think with the fact that the talented guys we've got coming in to plug and play, I'm not worried at all. Like I said earlier, I'm not worried at all about our defense.
And experience on special teams, the third aspect of any team, obviously offense, defense, special teams. Adrian's back kicking the ball again.
Yeah, it's going to be his last season back there for us, but he's just so reliable, so dependable on extra points, gets a lot of opportunities to do that, but he's reliable. Anytime they get around the 35, you feel good about the ability to at least get 3 points. Now, this offense is always wanting to get 6, but it's just such a great safety net. And then you've got experience back, at the holder position, deep snapper with Austin Watkins, Preston Prock. He didn't get on the field punting last year, but he's going to be that guy, and hopefully we don't see him a lot.
Right.
Honestly, the one you'll see punting most of the time will probably be Phil Sherry, if that's going to happen, backup quarterback. And then you've got some really dangerous folks in the return game. Chris O'Neill, we saw what he did against Cabot a year ago, 95-yard touchdown return. And Q Wilson, who we didn't talk about at corner, he's back at corner. Just a fast guy, really dependable. He's going to be returning in the return game as well, in punts. So it's exciting, the amount of talent. I mean, it's overlooked because everywhere else there's so much talent, but special teams, man, there are some really talented guys out there as well.
Well, I'll talk about Q just for a second, because I did not talk about him enough on the defensive side. This is a guy that in the 7-on-7 on the defensive side, rave reviews, MVP of a huge tournament that was out there. He could be, if we have to have a lockdown corner, that's going to be Q. He was very opportunistic in the turnover game. We saw what he did with a return against Bentonville. And so he's fast, he's heady, he knows the game. Love the fact that Q is going to be involved not only in defense, but in the special teams this year.
It's going to be a great year. We are just getting started. We've got more of the Conway Regional Health System pregame show that's on the way. We'll visit with senior running back Boogie Carr. He's in the senior spotlight. Morgan Henry joins us again this year with the 7A Central Report. We're the only team in the 7A Central that didn't play last Friday night, so she's got a lot to update us on. And then we'll talk to Coach Keith Fimple. Then we'll be live in the press box with you guys and the call of tonight's opener versus Bentonville. Guys, have a great call. Thanks for being with us, and we're back in a moment on the Conway Regional Health System pregame show.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Fort Smith Northside's offense dominates over Fort Smith Southwest. I'm Morgan Henry, and this is the 7A Central Report. Starting off with last week's results, the Cabot Panthers rally against Fayetteville in a 31-28 victory over the Bulldogs last Friday. Stakes were high for the Panthers as their 2021 season was cut short by the Bulldogs last November. Cabot quarterback Owen Abe struggled in the first half, only completing 4 of 15 passes, but in the final 21 minutes, he led 3 80-plus yard touchdown drives. Cabot carried the lead up to halftime, but Fayetteville went back ahead at the start of the third quarter. The lead was passed back and forth until Abe delivered the game-winning touchdown with 8 seconds left on the clock. Cabot will take on Bentonville West next week. Fort Smith Northside dominates over Fort Smith Southside in a 42-24 victory. This win marked the 7th straight for Northside in the 62nd Battle for Rogers Avenue. Both sides ended the night with lots of offensive output, the Grizzlies with 523 yards and the Mavericks for 482 yards. Northside broke a 7-7 tie with a 43-yard touchdown pass from Pum Savoy to Damari Smith in the second quarter. And for the rest of the night, Southside played catch-up. Savoy completed 18 of 23 passes for 220 yards and led the offense that rushed for 330 yards. This week's Player of the Week is wide receiver Takewon King as he led the group with 228 yards on 12 carries. Northside is on the road this week as they take on Greenwood. The Catholic Rockets opened their season in a commanding victory against the North Little Rock Charging Wildcats on Friday night. Catholic drove 58 yards on 11 plays on the opening kickoff as junior Brooks Wood took it to the house to put Catholic on the board. A 1-yard touchdown sneak by North Little Rock senior Malachi Gauber put the Charging Wildcats back in the game, but ultimately North Little Rock fell short. Catholic's quarterback Sam Sanders ran for a 16-yard touchdown to end the night for the Rockets. North Little Rock is on the road this week as they take on the Fayetteville Bulldogs. The Little Rock Christian Warriors easily defeated Little Rock Central in a 41-6 victory at Quigley Stadium on Friday night. Sophomore running back Ronnie Anoche led the Warriors as he finished the night with 22 carries for 150 yards and 1 touchdown. Anoche carried the ball on 6 of the Warriors' 8 plays, rushing for 56 yards and an 18-yard touchdown run to put them up 14-0. Little Rock Christian opted for an onside kick to start the second half, but Central's Christian Stanford took the kick back for a touchdown to make the score 14-6. The Warriors went back with Anoche and used him as their strategy during the third quarter. Little Rock Central is on the road this week to face Pine Bluff. The defending champions, the Bryant Hornets, get their first victory of the season against Benton in the annual Salt Bowl last week. Benton made unfortunate errors which gave Bryant many opportunities to score. Benton's kicker, Lucas Wilbur, missed a 29-yard field goal after the Panthers gained 39 yards on the drive. The Hornets then drove 80 yards in 2 minutes to start off as sophomore quarterback Jordan Walker found senior wide receiver Jordan Knox for a 43-yard touchdown. Bryant's second touchdown came due to poor punt coverage, and the third came after Benton turnover on downs. The Hornets head to Shreveport, Louisiana in a game next week against Bryan. Little Rock Southwest lost 49-20 against Rogers, and Jonesboro lost 21-20 against West Memphis. Jonesboro will face Lake Hamilton this week. Wrapping up for this week, I'm Morgan Henry, and this has been the 7A Central Report.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we are not just growing, we're growing together.
Welcome back to the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. Jeff and Levi and Tim joined now by senior running back Boogie Carr. Boogie, welcome to the pregame show. We're excited to watch your senior year play out. We want to know always whenever we talk to a senior, because you're getting to the end of this portion of your career, how did the whole thing start? How did you get started with football?
I think my first year playing football was in 6th grade. Optimist League. I played for Coach Bowser in the Jets. And so he really taught me all I know about football from growing up perspective. And that's really where I started. And I just went on through the school from there.
Coach Bowser. Love that name. Great name. And, Boogie, you're heading into your 3rd year of being, a really critical part of this Conway Wampus Cat offense. Now that it's your senior year, you've been a leader the last few years, but you've got that senior title along with it now. Does that change the way you approach this season and each game?
Kinda. Usually I've always led just by doing it, I guess. And so I've been working on actually being vocal with it. And so this year I'm really trying to work on just keeping all of my teammates, us as a team, like together throughout the whole long season and just being vocal, because I feel like me playing 3 years will help others listen to me, I guess you could say.
Boogie, I've had a chance to watch you play and understand that you have kind of a rare ability here to be able to run the ball very effectively, both inside and outside, in space, catch the ball well. What is it about your style that you see as a great tool that allows you to be able to do both of those things inside and out?
Really just, I feel like most teams have to swap in backs for like pass catching plays, but I feel like I can stay on the field, and that really helps us because as an offense, we want a tempo and we don't have to waste any time with swapping in backs. So me being able to go out there and catch passes really helps the team out. And growing up, I always like to just run outside. And so when I got to high school, I really had to learn how to just be able to go downhill more, and I'm still learning and working on it, but I feel like I'm getting a lot better at it. So I feel like that really helps also because me being smaller, I guess you can say, most teams want to like pack the box, but I've been working on getting downhill and just running my feet.
Now, when you talk about them packing the box, they still got to pack the box around your big guys up front. Talk about your offensive line.
Oh, they got a lot better. Aaron, he gained 20 pounds this summer, and that's really helpful. He's a big dude. And then at our left guard, we got Q. He's a big dude too, and he works really hard, and he's grown a lot these past few years. Then at center, we have Cole with the long hair, and he's been really good. Yeah. Most snaps are always right where they need to be. And then right guard, we have Nathan Berry. He played center at first, but he got switched to right guard, and he works really hard. He's good with his feet. And then Cole Williams on the right tackle, he's good with his feet also, and he's a pretty strong dude. So I'm pretty excited about them. I feel like they all work hard, and they'll help me out a lot.
All right, Boogie, one more question. I got to know, are you at any point in your future thinking about doing what we do? Because you could speak about this game for a living.
I've never really just thought about it. I don't really know what I want to do in the future. I think it'll be fun, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, it's been great to watch you play. Good luck tonight and this entire season. Thanks for spending some time.
Thank you. All right, thank y'all.
When you're missing Nana's famous dressing, we'll help you make it. When you unwrap years of homemade ornaments, we'll put them in the spotlight. And when it's time to count down that glittery ball, we'll be celebrating too. The holidays are full of powerful moments. We're so glad to share them with you. Conway Corp, always on.
Welcome back to the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. It is week 1 of the Wampus Cats season, and we are joined now by head football coach Keith Fimple. Coach, thank you as always for making time for us, whether it's in the preseason show or like you did with Levi and Tim. That was such a great addition to what we get to offer and every week prior to the games. We appreciate that. Let's talk about the summer. 7-on-7s, team camps. How were things this summer with the Wampus Cats?
Stayed very busy this summer from the this is the first year we've actually been back in the pattern where we got 10 spring balls. We got to go through 7-on-7s, and if you probably guess, we played quite a few of those to try to get ourselves to compete and get our timing down and to play defense. So we had a great time. Had 3 team camps on top of that, and then we've just had a long summer camp here in August, and it's time for us to play somebody else.
It was such an awesome season last year. So many big wins. You had back-to-back wins over then ranked number 2 teams in the state. A big breakthrough comeback win at Bentonville early, who we're going to see them again tonight. How do you plan to build from that success last season?
Again, you go back since I got here, that you can kind of see playing big games, playing people that in the state of Arkansas are thought of very highly, and I tell you, I think you guys understand the respect I have for Bentonville and playing those guys so many times. So, you want to keep building off those wins, and you want to, you're going to learn things versus those guys that are quality opponents that even in a loss can help you later on in the playoffs because, I see our non-conference as our non-conference. That's where we're getting ready to go into the conference and play, as well as we possibly can. But really what you're trying to do is play your best. And I think, being with Jeff Williams at Southside, it was one thing. He always did a great job, the head coach there. We were always really good when we needed to be in November. And that, that's what we're building here.
Coach, you did not have a game in week 0, but that gave us a chance to look at Bentonville. And we saw them take on a Broken Arrow club that's pretty good. And we saw a lot of the same things. Big offensive line, very talented at the skill positions, very well coached. When you look at this team, what do you think it's going to take to beat them again this year?
Well, again, you look back at it, turnovers play a huge key on ball control teams. Being able to, stand up to the run, to be able to get in our tempo on offense, those are all keys for us that we have to do versus Bentonville. And again, like I said, it has to be a core value for them is to play physical and be big up front. I've seen it for 25 years now. But again, it's a great test for us. We're playing a team that lost the conference last year, which was very unusual, but I can't tell you how many years they had won it before then in a row. And that's the kind of people we want to play to take us into the Cabots and North Little Rocks and the Bryants, to get us ready for it. So, again, like you said, there's key things, getting them to turn the ball over if we can, not making mistakes. You mentioned they played Broken Arrow in the first game last year. You played for a state championship last year and got beat. A pretty good team to start off with, and they played really well. And I was telling a guy just the other day, Mr. Roach, he said, yeah, you improved so much between the first and the second one. I was going, I really hope they don't, because I don't think they can play much better than what they did last week. But it's a good game for us, to build off of and work from there.
I know you're ready to play somebody else, like you said, Coach, and we're excited to watch once again, starting our 22nd season of covering the Wampus Cats. We're excited.
Like that, we appreciate you guys. It's great for our kids and our public schools to have one of these right here and for people to be able to turn it on and watch it. And just remember, go Cats.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Good evening and welcome back home to John McConnell Stadium for the kickoff of your Conway Wampus Cats 2022 season. I'm Levi Gilbert alongside color analyst Tim Roach, and ladies and gentlemen, what a season opener it is tonight. It's your number 2 ranked Conway Wampus Cats playing host to the number 3 ranked Bentonville Tigers. And Tim, I'm not sure that we could have asked for a better or more challenging way to open the season.
Well, this is exactly the way Coach Fimple, Coach Ashcraft, from our athletic developer perspective, those guys want this kind of game every year to establish where we are, see where we're standing, make sure we're set up for conference play.
Now, unlike your Wampus Cats, tonight is not the first game for the Bentonville Tigers. They opened the season last week with a shootout at home over Broken Arrow out of Oklahoma. Bentonville prevailed ultimately. They had a 56-point offensive explosion. Running back Josh Ficklin ran wild. Receiver C.J. Brown reeled off some big catches. But on the flip side, the Tiger defense gave up 46 points. So kind of a mixed bag for Bentonville overall, Tim.
Yeah, they took a team pretty seriously in Broken Arrow, who is historically very good. They looked great offensively. They had some busted plays that gave them some points. Defensively, they struggled a little bit, but that's to be expected. They're very young on the defensive side. They're looking to use these games like this to get ready for the conference season, so they're ready to go.
I think it's safe to say that this game may be personal for Bentonville. It's one of those games that I imagine was circled on the calendar for them as they got ready for this season, because a year ago, the Tigers had a 2-touchdown lead on your Wampus Cats a couple of different times, but 6 turnovers, 6, helped bring your Wampus Cats back from the brink and from going 0-2 to begin last season. So how do the Wampus Cats make it 2 in a row over Bentonville tonight? That takes us to Tim's 3 things for tonight.
The first thing I would say is the edge and vertical control that we need to have on defense is very critical for us. Josh Ficklin had a great game of diving into the middle, bouncing outside. And so if we can contain that edge for him, that's one thing. Also, Carter Nye, the quarterback, loves to roll out of the pocket and get wide. Vertically, C.J. Brown is a threat all game long. He busted Broken Arrow 3 times for touchdowns. And so we've got to control that on the back end. And we've got some new safeties this year, so we've got to be careful there. Also, the second thing is our D-line needs to be very fast. They are huge on the offensive line. It's like a broken record.
Yeah.
Every year, the biggest offensive line in the state, and they're D1 kind of guys. There's 3 D1 guys on the front side, so they're huge. We've got to be fast to the gaps. The last thing I would say is that we do what we normally do. Offensive tempo. It seemed against Broken Arrow, whenever they went up tempo, that it caused them problems. They have some guys that this year, for the first time that I can remember for Bentonville, are playing both ways. And so we got to their legs last year. I think if they've got some key guys playing both sides of the ball, that's going to be even more important as we get later on in the game.
Your Wampus Cats have won the toss. They will elect to receive. It was seniors Rome Fields and Quadrell Wilson out there for the coin toss. Back with starting lineups after this break here on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Back live in Conway as your Wampus Cats are just minutes away from kicking off the 2022 regular season against the number 3 ranked Bentonville Tigers. Let's go ahead and look at the starting lineups. We'll start with the offensive side. Man, what do you say about this offense, Tim Roach?
Well, I mean, it's dynamic. It's going to be spread out more. No more Manny Smith, no more Wes Boudreaux, but these receivers, they are so hyped about these receivers, spreading the ball around a little bit more. Anchored on the offensive line by Aaron Smith, going to be great.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the defense. The front 7, a lot of returning starters back, and like you said, some youth in the secondary.
Yeah, Hudson Wallace and then Jonah are both guys that actually played quite a bit, did a lot of time in the junior varsity, but Hudson Wallace gave us a lot of time on the varsity side. Love the linebackers. They're all back. The defensive line is huge and great. Quadrell Wilson, he's going to be a stud.
And a quick look here at your special teams as we get ready for the opening kickoff. Like we said, Conway will receive the opening kickoff here of 2022. So you expect to see Quadro Wilson and junior Chris O'Neill back to receive for Conway.
Chris O'Neill took one back last year. That was a great moment against Cabot. They had just scored, and then he turned the tables on them and ran one back. So he's an exciting guy, and Q has all summer long has impressed everyone. So can't wait to see what happens here.
Tonight kicks off the 2022 season for Conway. Also kicks off broadcast season number 22 for Conway Athletics on Conway Corp. So 22, it's very helpful. Those numbers, they keep matching up.
We've got a nice running back that's 22, Desmond Davis.
Oh yeah, can't wait to talk about him. I'm sure we will mention his name at some point tonight. Bentonville, a very talented kicker, also punts the ball as well. Logan Tymason, a senior, he's got a big leg, and but it looks like we're lined up pretty short out here.
They do this every game. They sprint to the ball, and then they either quick kick it or they'll break out. There we go.
Yeah, that is true. We did see that a lot a week ago against Broken Arrow. Bentonville ranked number 3 in the state, 1-0 on the year. Your Wampus Cats ranked number 2 in the state and in the 7A. And they will receive to kick off the season here. Back deep, Quadro Wilson will handle it into the end zone for a touchback. Let's go ahead and look at our offensive starters.
Quarterback. Running back. Roll good. Wide receiver. Blake Fisher, receiver. Chris O'Neill, play wide receiver. Jackson Anderson, receiver. Aaron Smith, left tackle.
Q Whitehead, left guard.
Cole Smith, center. Nathan Berry, right guard. Cole Williams, right tackle.
Here we go with the fastest show on turf. They'll start with an empty backfield for Donovan Amalo. Donnie getting it out quick to Rome Fields across the middle. And Rome's going to be tackled near the 30. I think they'll give him the forward progress for the first down.
Yeah, he got just enough out there. The quick throw. The linebacker almost got his hand there, but with a great throw by Donovan to start off.
And they will keep it empty. Quad receivers near side as Boogie Carr goes in motion in the backfield. It will be a handoff to Boogie. Boogie makes a cut right up the middle, brings it back near side, still going, past the 40, past the 50, past the 40 again, still on his feet. He'll be out of bounds near the 35.
They run a three-man front. And that, if they don't get to the gaps, Boogie's going to have a big night. The 67 that you see is Trevor Martinez. He's also the starting center on offense, so he's going to go both ways.
1st and 10 at the 35. Little miscommunication there on the handoff, but Boogie Carr going to turn it into some positive yards. Wow, almost another first down.
This team last week against Broken Arrow, again, they're a young defense. They've got some great players. 91, Ben Pearson, very good defensive end, but they did struggle tackling early on.
Donnie looking out to his right. Rome Fields wide open. Got the feet in bounds. It's going to be a 1st and 10 for Conway.
If that throw is on the money, I mean, great catch by Rome, but if it's on the money, that's a walk-in. That's blown coverage down the boundary.
Wampus Cats hurry it up. That's all they do. Hand off to Boogie. Makes a cut back to the middle. He's going to be swallowed up after a few yards.
Yeah, good tackle there by Nick Stone. He's a guy that we're going to call a lot tonight, linebacker, that it looks the part.
2nd and goal at the 7. They bring in a heavier set. It's going to be a handoff to Lala Smith. Lala cutting it back towards the middle. Going to pick up a few more yards, gets it down inside the 5.
Gives us some options here on 3rd down, just inside the 5 at the 4.
They will keep the heavy set out there. They give it to Lala again, and he's met right at that line of scrimmage. I think he'll fall forward for maybe a yard.
Going to be an interesting call. There's no chance we're kicking the ball here. I don't think. I may be wrong. Well, let's see. What is he going to do? Yeah, here we go. Wow.
All right. Now it looks like they're Yeah,
that looked like
Davidson.
That looked like a Keith Fimple override right there.
John Carter Kraft is your holder. Austin Watkins, the snapper, and Adrian Mejia, a senior, on for his first field goal attempt of the year. Kick is up. It is good. Wampus Cats on the board first, 3-0. Back with more after this break here on Conway Corp. Back live at John McConnell Stadium. Your Wampus Cats with the early 3-0 lead. 9:59 to play, still here in the first quarter.
Yeah, a little surprising. I mean, last year that was an automatic, we're going to go for it kind of move. Great to get points out of that. Boy, several big chunk plays. Got down inside the 10 and things got a little tough. They stacked the box. That you can look later on for an RPO rollout, something into the corners of the end zone.
The Tigers will get their first chance at it here. Nice kick from Adrian Mejia into the end zone. Will be a touchback. Let's go ahead and look at your defensive starters for Conway.
Dustin Ball, defensive end. DeMarcel McKenzie, defensive tackle. Kelvin Thomas, D tackle. Marquise Duckett, defensive end. Wade Simpson, outside linebacker. Jared Sanders, middle linebacker. Jared Sanders, outside linebacker. R.J. Chapman, quarterback. Christian Wallace, safety. Jonathan Cecil, safety. Quadro Wilson, cornerback.
One change to call out. It does appear Jacoby Wade is starting at one of the safety spots tonight in place of Jonah Cecil.
We told he could get a lot of time tonight.
Hand off to Josh Ficklin to start it off. He goes right up the middle, and he has stood up. Is that Garrett Sanders in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to the game, Garrett. That didn't take long. Also, Wade Simpson in there as well. And that's something he's trying to establish inside for the bounce out. He does not play a lot in the middle. He likes to bounce it outside. You be careful there.
Gain of 4 on first down makes it 2nd and 6. They will hand it off to Ficklin again. He tries to bounce it out. He was swallowed up out there.
Wow.
Garrett Sanders again.
Well, and Ben Chandler,
on that
absolutely edge with the stick. And there's the play right there. Getting outside. Now, he didn't try to bounce it outside. That was a designed outside. Ben had a great read on it, just throttled him behind the line of scrimmage.
So no gain. It'll be 3rd and 6 for Carter Nye. Sanders showing blitz. He's in trouble. Going to roll out to his left, dumps it out to Ficklin. Ficklin's got some room out there. First down and more as he goes out of bounds right past the 40.
Yeah, that was a decision you had to make. You're gonna go for Carter Nye, or you're gonna and let Josh go, or you stay with Josh. Neither option was going to be really good. That was going to be a first down regardless.
2 receivers near side for the Tigers. 1 far side. Tigers speeding things up a little bit.
Yeah,
Didn't see that a lot a week ago. Nye fakes it to Ficklin. Gets it out quickly. To Carson Pate.
Yeah, you're going to see Carson Pate, Luke Kuhn, number 11, Q Brown, number 13. They're going to try to mix them in. Their main weapon is what you see on the far side out there. C.J. Brown is going to be your guy. Really next level receiver, gets deep very quickly, good hands, has all the tools.
Ball at the 48, makes it 2nd and 4. Pate near side again, they'll option it out to Ficklin. He's trying to bounce it, cuts back in, and he's gotten past the first down marker, broke through a tackle, ball on the ground. Jacoby Wade says we got it.
Yeah,
no official call yet.
I think he's calling it theirs. Yeah, he got it back. Well, actually, no, he didn't get it back. The tight end did.
A nice break for the Tigers early here. Again, a year ago.
Man.
6 turnovers forced by this Conway defense.
Yeah, it was a feeding frenzy last year. I mean, they just continued to mount up.
It'll be Pate, Kuhn, and C.J. Brown. Trips to the left. 1st and 10. They hand it off to Ficklin, and he trips up trying to make a cut. He'll fall down for a gain of 1.
Actually, but the turf got him there, but Ben Chandler was right there, had made a good move inside his block, and was going to be there for the play. May have gained, a couple of more, but Ben was right there to make it.
2nd down at 9.
2nd and 9 upcoming for the Tigers. 7:20 to go here in the first quarter. I formation for Bentonville. Going to give it to Ficklin. A nice step-up tackle for Wade Simpson.
Our defensive players, you had half the team change numbers.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little hesitant because I saw 4.
If you're thinking the numbers will look a little bit weird, Simpson was 14 last year.
Literally all of our linebackers
Yeah,
changed their
yeah, I
number.
know.
And
Ridiculous.
Big D Markel McKenzie, he's wearing 55 down there, a defensive tackle now as well.
You know, Wade's not that big a guy for a linebacker, but, man, he brings a load. He is absolutely flying to the ball.
2 receivers to each side for the Tigers. 3rd and 9. Looking for Pate. Excuse me, that was Luke Kuhn for the first down. Nice little out route for the Tigers.
Yeah, what you see right there, that's a sophomore cornerback, R.J. Chapman. He's going to get a workout. These guys are not very experienced other than C.J. Brown, but what they are is well coached, and so they'll run good routes. He knew exactly where the chains were and where the line to gain was, and he made the route.
Eli Brooks checking in for the Tigers. They go back to that I formation. They'll give it to the fullback right up the middle. He's kicking those legs, pushing forward. He's got a nice gain on first down.
Yeah, a little surprised. That's a just, hey, let's get some yards and give ourselves some options, and that was a great gain.
Jonah Knapp, number 42.
Not sure how many carries he's going to get tonight. But,
well,
but that was effective, though.
I don't remember seeing him at all a week ago against Broken Arrow. So
6 yards for your fullback up the middle that's a good gain.
Ficklin behind Nye. Bring Brown in motion. Give it to him on the sweep. He'll be hit out of bounds after picking up. He got close to that first down marker. I'm not sure he got it.
Hard to tell. I think they're having him stay there. It's going to be close. Yeah, just a little. If it's on the 20, it's just a little bit short. Oh, we got a penalty. Fantastic.
All right. We'll bring it back in any case.
Yeah, and I was hoping that they would call that. I was following the CJ go around the edge. Boy, on those sweeps like that, you get out there on the edge. If you don't release your guy pretty quickly, if you stay engaged, you're out there in no man's land.
3 receivers set for the Tigers. Ficklin will pass. Looking across the middle for Kuhn. Got him again. Picked up a lot. Here comes a late flag. Throwing it right near Hudson Wallace.
Makes the tackle. There's a flag in the secondary.
So it's going to be a pretty big gain on second down, but we'll wait to see what the penalty was.
Well,
see
we're
some
clapping.
Wampus Cats clapping. Yeah, maybe it's good news.
Blindside block. Okay.
All right. A little more difficult not hearing the officials mic'd up in the stadium tonight.
Yeah, and they had it working earlier. Boy, and I don't know that we can see it from here, but they spent a great amount of money here in the stadium to get the things right, and they have a great video board. It's just awesome.
Looks sharp. Yeah,
great
so
job.
2 plays in a row now for Bentonville where they got close to picking up a first down, and penalty is negated it again, so it's still 2nd and 14 now. Well, no, I think it's even deeper than that. 2nd and 17.
17, yeah.
Nye will hand off to Ficklin. Getting stuck behind his offensive lineman.
Oh, man.
Got a little bit more out of that than I thought he was going to get. He was taken down by Ben Chandler.
Yeah, Ben has been everywhere so far tonight, so active.
Malik Williams checking in on the defensive line at tackle. He's a senior.
Got to watch C.J. Brown here.
4 receivers out for Nye. He's forced up in the pocket. He's got room to run. He's going to pick up a first down. He'll go out of bounds near the 15.
Boy, he did that so well against Broken Arrow last week. He's a great thrower of the ball. He's got great mechanics, but he will take it down and run it at any given moment, and he's fast enough to get to the edge there.
Q Brown, far side. I believe that's C.J. Brown near side. We'll give it to Ficklin right up the middle. Looked like Kelvin Thomas got a hand on him to drag him down. I think he's going to get called for a face mask.
Yeah, he is. Quick turn there by Ficklin suggests that it was a face mask.
Now, I was being a little more positive. I thought he got his, shoulder pad.
3 flags would suggest you're right.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. Kesey Stuckett coming off the field, and in now for the Wampus Cats, number 98, senior Porter Udi.
Takes him halfway to the goal line, so it's 1st and goal. Actually, it'll make it 1st and 1. Is that right? Yeah, 1st and 1.
First
due to
and
half the
1.
distance. Yeah.
1st and 1 at the 6. It's not a combination you see very often.
No, not very often. 1st and 1.
Ficklin lined up behind Carter Nye. They'll give it to Ficklin, trying to bounce it out to the right, still following his blockers, shuffling his feet. He's got it down inside the 5. They'll spot him right at the near the 2.
Yeah, he's such a patient runner. I mean, he's got enough speed and great quick feet that he'll wait it out.
So 1st and goal at the 2. Give it to Ficklin right up the middle, and Wampus Cats, I don't know if they got a stop there or not. There was a lot of contact right at the line of scrimmage. No signal.
Just short.
I think they got him stopped. Impressive.
They'll go again. This could be anything. It could be Carter. It could be Ficklin.
Malik Williams, DeMarkel McKenzie in there, nose tackle.
Yeah, you got to think this is going to be Ficklin.
Heavier set for the Tigers. 2nd and goal from the 1. They give it to Ficklin again, makes a cut. He will get in. Touchdown, Bentonville. Tigers take the lead 6-3 with 3:42 to play here in the 1st quarter.
What an interesting drive that was. I mean, there were so many 3rd and longs, and Bentonville had to overcome several out of behind the chains kind of plays, and they were able to convert on all of them. A scramble run by Carter Nye, and then a couple of busted plays.
Logan Tymason was 6 for 7 a week ago, and he kicks the extra point through. 7-3, Bentonville on top here in the 1st quarter. Back with more after this break on Conway Corp.
It began in 1997 with one goal: community first. It grew, reaching farther and farther across the state of Arkansas. Now we're on the move again, ready to show our commitment to the people of Conway. Ready to continue the effort to revitalize our downtown with a state-of-the-art banking facility. Ready to live out our firm belief that community is everywhere, and now community is here.
Long first drive for Bentonville results in 7, Tim Roach.
Yeah, it was. Listen, it was a mix of everything there. We had them on several occasions where, normally we would make the play, and they were able to make it happen. Good, that's fortunate for them. We'll work through that. We'll get that changed. But yeah, good drive by Bentonville there.
Chris O'Neill, Q Wilson back to receive for Conway. Tymason kicks it deep. This ball lands right near the 1. They're going to have to pick it up. Chris O'Neill bringing it across past the 5, past the 10. He's still on his feet, goes out of bounds near the 18, so that could have been way worse.
Oh, my gosh. The ball hit at literally inside the 1 and stopped. Amazing.
Wild things, Tim.
Oh, my gosh. well, heady play by Chris O'Neill, and got as much as he could out of it, and really, just 1 yard off of what it would be had it gone in the end zone.
Place the ball at the 19. Cats hurrying up to the line. And some trickery here. Pitch to Lala Smith. Sweep near side. Picks up a nice gain on 1st down.
Yeah, really good gain there. That was a little bit weird. Everything was kind of
tight.
It was not the normal look.
Jackson Anderson lined up near side. Trips to the other side. They'll hand off to Boogie Carr. Boogie shaking a defender off. Falls forward for a gain of 2.
Followed Cole Williams there, number 72.
They'll stick with trips to the left. They'll give it to Boogie again. Boogie trying to cut it back in the middle, but just a lot of white jerseys in there.
Yeah, and we really have not thrown the ball much yet, and we are
threw it on the first play of the game, and been a lot of running since then.
Boogie wants us to keep
Boogie
going.
wants to go. It's 4th and 2. Ball spotted at the 27. Phil Sherry comes in. They'll keep the offense on the field. You expect the quick kick here from Phil Sherry. They try to get Bentonville to jump off sides. Sherry will step back. Quick kick, nobody deep for Bentonville. Ball not taking much of a Conway hop, but it'll be down near the 40. So kind of how you draw it up with that quick kick, nobody back there.
Yeah, that's what they want out of it. And Sherry's got a good enough arm and a heady quarterback.
He's got
to
some
make
legs
a play.
too.
Yeah,
he can run.
he absolutely runs. So it's something they have to account for, and it did its job there. But look, just a little bit surprised that we ran the ball there, but just because we haven't seen the pass yet. So
first play, that was it. We saw
yeah.
nice crossing route to Rome Fields. Picked up a first down and been all running since then. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers at the 40.
Oops.
A little miscommunication there between Ficklin and Nye, and Ben Chandler says no miscommunication there.
Hello. I mean, that's the ones you kind of dream about. Open space, chasing down the quarterback. You know you got him. Ben is, listen, again, he has been everywhere tonight. He is sacking the quarterback there, but he's stopping the run. He's a great player.
Sack number 1 on the year for Ben Chandler. I expect we shall see more.
There we go. Making sure RJ's out there.
2nd and 13. Fake the option, bringing it back to Q Brown on the other side. And a nice tackle from Hudson Wallace is this Conway defense keeping position on the other side.
Yeah, stayed at home. That was an absolute, almost like a bit of a waggle play where you shift everything to one side and you go back the other way. Great job there.
Jonas Cecil on the field now at safety. And Jacoby Wade out there as well. So they got their extra defensive back, their nickel package.
Here comes Ty Faison replacing Garrett Sanders.
3rd and 6, ball at the 44. 3 receivers out for the Tigers. Carter Nye looking over to the right. Screen set up and Ben Chandler again.
My man.
Is feeling it.
Oh, my man, Ben Chandler. Wow.
What a big play on 3rd down. Looks like Bentonville will bring out the punt team.
Well, and that says there's a little bit of something there to it as well. That's 2 misdirections in a row that they tried, and we were home for both of them. So that's a good sign developing.
Mentioned Tymason, also the punter. He will kick it away. Q Wilson back. This is a bit of a shorter punt. Q will let it drop out in front to his right, and it takes a Bentonville bounce inside the 20, all the way down near the 18.
Good defensive stand there by your Wampus Cats. They didn't help themselves out with a miscommunication in the backfield that Ben Chandler cleaned up. But 2 misdirections, a waggle and then a screen throwback, that neither one accounted for anything. It was just a great job by your defense staying home there.
26 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Hand off again on 1st down. That was Jalen Chambers, his first carry of the night.
Quick step. This guy is literally 1 step and he goes. There's no hesitation in his game.
Gain of 5 on his first carry. They will pass on 2nd down. Donnie over the middle, threw behind Clay Fisher. Clay trying to make a circus catch, but did all he could, just couldn't quite bring it in.
Yeah, and that may have been a one where Donnie expected Clay to sit down in the zone, and he kept moving his spot just a little bit too much, threw behind him.
Trips to the left, they'll empty the backfield. Donnie on 3rd down. He's going to step up, he'll run for the 1st down. Lots of space, slides down near the 37. And that will end the first quarter of action here at John McConnell Stadium. Wampus Cats trail 7-3. I don't think anyone knows out there. Come on.
Well, it's the first game for them as well.
Yeah, that is the end of the first quarter, officially. It'll be 1st down when we come back. 2nd quarter coming up here on Conway Corp.
From day one, Centennial has been there for the people of Conway, the people that teach us, protect us, guide us, and work to make Conway better every day. That's why we've donated over $5 million to local organizations and causes, And we have the same commitment to serving you for life's milestones and everyday moments. Centennial Bank, proud to call Conway and Faulkner County home.
It began in 1997 with one goal: community first. It grew, reaching farther and farther across the state of Arkansas. Now, we're on the move again, ready to show our commitment to the people of Conway. Ready to continue the effort to revitalize our downtown with a state-of-the-art banking facility. Ready to live out our firm belief that community is everywhere. And now, community is here.
Back live at John McConnell Stadium. 1st and 10 coming up as we start the second quarter. Ball spotted at the 38 for your Wampus Cats. Chris O'Neill, Rome Fields near side. Clay Fisher and Jackson Anderson out on the far side. Donnie looking over the middle, finds Boogie Carr, and he's got a big gain on first down.
Wow, literally able to sit there and just pick apart what he wanted to do. Found Boogie out of the backfield or on the slot, rolling out. Nice throw.
1st and 10, they'll do a little draw play to Boogie. Boogie did that little ooh step. He's going to have, 5 or 6 on first down.
Well, that's a different kind of draw right there. That he actually.
It was different.
Yeah,
it felt different.
Yeah, before he would give Boogie the ball and let him decide when he wants to take off or RPO out of it. That one he was looking past and then he dropped it.
We'll call it 2nd and 5 officially. Empty backfield for Donnie. He's going to roll out to his left. He's just going to keep it, makes the move back, and makes a defender miss. Got the first down and more.
He makes good slides when he needs to, but there was no slide there. He was wanting that first down. Great job by Donnie.
The roll trips to the right. Conway snapping as soon as possible. Going into the end zone for Chris O'Neill. Defender all over him, and no call there.
Wow. He had to come back for it a little bit, and that may have, in the officials' eyes, made it seem like there was not enough contact for it, but boy, he was all over him there.
Be 2nd and 10. Hand off to Boogie. Boogie showing a burst up the middle. Got a lot back there on 2nd down. Going to make it, well, the spot was a little shorter than I thought. Going to make it about 3rd and 5. They'll give it to Boogie again. Boogie will get it all this time. Touchdown, Wampus Cats. And a flag on the play as well.
Wow, just absolutely at about the 3-yard line, extended. Let's see what the flag is.
A horse collar tackle?
I don't know. It's a weird place to throw a flag on a running play.
Great instant replay there. It looked like the horse collar to me.
Yeah.
Will be indeed. Will they assess that on the kickoff?
I believe, I'm going to make sure in high school, but I believe it's enforced on the kickoff. Yeah.
So it's a 13-yard touchdown run for Boogie Carr, his first on the year. Wampus Cats have regained the lead as Adrian Mejia comes on for his first extra point of the season.
Boy, that is, you don't get it down here on the first, the drive earlier in the game. You went right back to what confidence.
Snap is good, hold is good, kick is good. Conway on top, 10-7, 10:45 to play here in quarter number 2. Back with more after this break on Conway Corp.
Hi, I'm Kate McConnell, member of the Smith Ford family. Come to Smith Ford and get any Ford vehicle designed by you and built for you. Our experienced staff can help you custom order an F-150, Bronco Sport, or the all-new Ford Maverick. Smith Ford, providing affordable Fords for over 100 years.
Come experience Smith Ford's family customer service in Conway, exit 127 off I-40.
Back live in Conway. Wampus Cats regain the lead, 10-7 here in quarter number 2.
Mark Kelly dialing it up, man. He is putting the ball in the right positions on that drive. We did a little bit of everything. Great pass across the middle to Boogie Carr, set up. When you start making that pass and that throw in the middle of the field, it opens up the defense. They have to back up and cover in that zone. This loosens up everything for the run as well. So that's a very critical throw that he made to Boogie Carr, deep across the middle. It does set up for other things to happen for you offensively. And then you get the punch in from the 6-yard line on 3rd and short. What a great job by Boogie Carr.
They assessed the penalty, so moved the ball to they were kicking off from the 50, I believe.
It was a pop kick. Now, I mean, I was hoping to see maybe we might, but that's, it's early in the season, but man, great spot there. You don't want to give them any breaks. So start them at the 20 and be done with it. You know what I mean?
Be done with it, indeed. I like that mentality, Tim.
Yeah. C.J. Brown's a dangerous guy. I mean, you don't want to give him a chance.
Yeah, so he just had 3 catches a week ago, but to the tune of 125. Oh, and by the way, all 3 of them touchdowns.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah, that's right. I'll hand off to Ficklin. He made a few, just snuck out of a few tackles in the backfield. Gets a gain of 2 or 3 on first down.
Yeah, but we stopped him. We stopped him at his forward momentum pretty good, and so he really didn't have a whole lot left. He did get 3 or 4 out of it. That's more than you want, but he was not able to bounce it outside or cut back into the middle. So not too bad there.
2nd and 6 from the 24. Nye looking to pass on 2nd down. Right, nice pass placed down the seam to Eli Brooks for a first down.
You know, that's a guy. I'm not sure if it was Brooks last year or not, but they had a tight end that released for their first score last year, and he was wide open just like that. We got to cover that.
Brooks is a sophomore. Trips near side. They'll get it to Ficklin in the backfield, and Q Wilson coming in for a tackle. That'll be a 3-yard loss.
Yeah, we're getting a little vocal out there. Oh, wow, that's coming in saying, all right, both of you
All
guys.
right.
Yeah, okay, let's stop that. But what a great stick. Loss of 3. There was no other place he was going with that ball. That was a designed flare, and we had it covered. Nice job.
Man, another play in the backfield. Ben Chandler again.
Well, I don't know. I need to start writing some more notes about Ben Chandler. I mean, this guy has just been lethal tonight. He played a lot last year. You know, it wasn't in that, the normal mix that everybody talked about.
Well, he came in late in some games, but then towards the end of the season worked his way in there.
Yeah.
3rd and 14, 9:02 to play. Carter Nye stepping back under pressure. Kesey stuck it, trying to chase him down. They get it out to Ficklin. That's the danger there. Big pickup. First down all the way down to the 34. Josh Ficklin, escape artist again.
Yeah, so that containment there, that's twice they've worked that, and both of them for about the same amount of yards, both of them on 3rd and long. It's like it's almost like it's an option, a really kind of a long option for the quarterback for Carter Nye, and he's delivered both of them. Wow.
Three receiver set for Bentonville. Kuhn in motion. Give it to him on the sweep, and he is immediately swallowed up by Kesey Stuckett.
Kesey on the edge. This is a guy that last year played the interior part of the defensive line, has moved outside a lot faster this year. What a fantastic play. I mean, blew that up before it ever got started.
Kesey and Proc both coming off the field here. That's Zy Blakely and at one of the end spots, and
Porter
Udi at the other. It will be 2nd and 16 for the Tigers. Under pressure, Carter Nye stepping up, gets it out to the running back and couldn't quite handle it. And even if he had, Wade Simpson putting an exclamation point on that one.
Some of these hits are going to mean something down the line. Simpson can absolutely, like I said, he can bring a load. They're going to remember some of these a little bit there down the line, and that's a good sign that we're flying to the ball.
Drew Canterbury in at linebacker. Jacoby Wade checking in at safety as well.
Yeah, this looks like almost like a nickel package.
Yeah, just 3 down linemen. 3rd and 16. Nye looking to his left. He found a Bentonville receiver. Did they stop him? Ball came out after the hit. They're going to say he was down by contact.
I think he got back on it.
He got hit hard. That was number 8, J.J. Spafford. Looks like he will be a yard short. He is able to get up and jog off the field. Ty Faison checking back in. 4th and 1, ball at the 25. Bigger set for the Tigers. Give it to Ficklin. And he just makes a cut, falls past that first down marker as Hudson Wallace couldn't quite wrap him up in the backfield.
Wow. Well, it was all about the big gain on 3rd down, and they've done that now consistently the entire first half.
Got a light rain coming down here
umbrellas
at
are
the
out.
stadium. I can see the umbrellas. 1st and 10 at the 23. Bentonville keeps finding ways to convert. Ficklin up the middle, untouched. 23-yard touchdown run for Josh Ficklin gives Bentonville back the lead.
He stuck his outside foot, and there was zero hesitation. This guy's next level, and I mean, once he got into the 2nd level, nobody, to your point, nobody touched him. It was just a clean path to the end zone.
Tymason on for the extra point. Lefty kicker. And it is good. 14-10, Bentonville back on top. 7:20 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Back with more after this on Conway Corp.
Before students arrived on campuses across Conway, teachers and support staff from Conway's schools gathered at Conway High to kick off the new school year with a back-to-school assembly. Conway Corp CEO Brett Carroll was also there. He was on hand to recognize Haley Carr as the 2022-2023 Conway Public Schools Teacher of the Year. Carr has taught 6th grade at Simon Middle School for 5 years and begins year number 6 with a $2,000 grant from Conway Corp. In 2013, Conway Corp pledged a $440,000 gift over 4 years to endow the award and to support teacher impact grants presented by the Conway Public School Foundation. Carr began her career as a math teacher, but now teaches social studies and uses her love of travel and music to teach students through educational songs that she posts on YouTube. Congratulations, Haley. We're proud of you, and thank you for what you do for Conway students.
Apologize for the technical difficulties. Big first down run by Jalen Chambers, and got a flag coming in on the far side. Looks like it'll be a false start against your Wampus Cats.
Well, and listen, if you don't think that the other sideline is calling for motion every play, they are. One of the things, and we are guilty of it occasionally, and it's because the clap happens and our guys start, and you're just going to get called for it, but. But they're Bentonville's all over it.
Back it up 5, 1st and 15. They'll give it to Jalen Chambers again. Jalen can't escape to his left. Give him 1 or 2.
Stone again. Stone's going to be a thorn in our side. This guy can really play. He's a little bit like Ben Chandler in that he plays all over the field, but he's a good tackler.
2nd and 14. They'll go empty. Donnie over the middle for Rome Fields on the crossing route. Rome past the 40. He'll pick up the first down before he goes out of bounds.
See what great vision by Rome. That's a great route, number 1. But number 2, he saw the sticks and ran straight for them. Was not going to go down. Great heady play by Rome Fields.
They'll keep 2 receivers to each side. Nope, make that 3 to the right. That's Jack Shriver out there in the slot.
See some new faces.
Donnie going deep for Chris O'Neill again, and he's got him. 37-yard strike to Chris O'Neal.
You could not place that ball any better. Chris O'Neal had a step on him, but he dropped it right on top of him. What an unbelievable throw. Great protection by your offensive line. Lobbed it right into the spot. I mean, hit him in stride. You just cannot do any better than that.
Had the step on Christian Farrow, and like you said, what a beautifully placed pass by Donovan Omala. His first passing touchdown of the year in Conway. Quick strike, back on top. Kick is up and good. Conway, 17, Bentonville 14, 6:19 to play here in the second quarter. Back with more on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Well, just like that, Tim, Conway quickly getting back on top, 17-14.
Wow, Coach Kelly is calling a really, really good game here. I mean, it was run against the three-man front, bringing them out of the three-man front. Then he throws across the middle to open up the rest of the defense. Goes across the middle, deep crossing routes, which we really didn't see a lot of last year out of the slot receiver, more of just a regular slant, and then drops the bomb with Chris O'Neal. I mean, just great plays, well executed by your Wampus Cats.
Mejia putting it in the end zone again.
He's a dude.
He is a dude. Like we mentioned earlier, we've always been saying last year he was a sophomore, so you would expect this year he's a junior, but this is actually his final year of eligibility for football. So this is, for all intents and purposes, this is Adrian's senior season.
Well, and I want him to have 6 more years.
Right?
But
with a leg like that.
But I digress. Great response by your Wampus Cats there. Don't ignore that either. They came down and scored pretty quickly, but we answered, and that's awesome.
Z. Blakely starting on one of the end spots. You see him chasing Ficklin down there. Couldn't make the tackle. Ficklin cuts it, still on his feet. Got the first down and more as he broke through at least 2 Wampus Cats.
So that was interesting that he bounced outside and then spun back inside. Now, I thought they got away with a hold on the edge there, which that's Sua, who's an Arkansas commit. You're not going to get much calls out of that, but what a great run. And great job by Garrett, though, on the backside to clean it up.
Stick with the heavy set, back to the I formation. Give it to the fullback right up the middle, and he's got a first down.
Well, they have found something in that play. I said we wouldn't see him much, and there he is again. There's so much focus on Josh Ficklin, so much focus on C.J. Brown and Carter Nye that you forget about a dive play. And they don't run out of the I that much. They are tonight.
They did bring it out a few times a week ago against Broken Arrow.
Still in it now.
Go back to it again. That's Jonah Knapp at fullback. They'll give it to Ficklin. He follows Knapp. Still on his feet, cutting it back out to the exterior. Another first down for the Tigers.
Yeah, this guy is just, he is unbelievable. We're starting to put some fresh guys on the defensive front. Now, I will say this, he's coming out now. He did wear down. They ran him so much.
First time tonight, we'll see Christian Battles in. Sophomore, he had 2 carries a week ago for just 2 yards. They will give it to him here. And he escapes again. I don't understand. Still on his feet.
Yeah.
He goes out of bounds at the 11.
Well, he literally was stopped behind the line of scrimmage on one side of the field. And then, we lost containment, lost that edge that we talked about before the game. You've got to control that edge. They do a lot of this. They hit middle, bounce outside, and that's exactly what he did there.
Things a little slippery out there with the rain. It seems like it is let up here. Give it to Battles again. Moving those feet, wrapped up, nowhere to go. This time, Kelvin Thomas finishing it.
Yeah, and Big D in there as well. That's a little bit more like a gain of maybe 1. Still don't see Ficklin coming back in just yet. Now they're running at a pace that I'm used to with.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Bentonville.
A little bit more relaxed, taking advantage of the full play clock.
Yeah, you got to watch C.J. Brown here. This looks like his kind of territory as well.
2nd and 9 at the 10. I'll give it to Battles again. Bounces it out to the left, falls forward. We're going to say he's down right at the 1. I think that might be good enough for a first down.
Well,
depends on where they spot it.
Yeah, it's going to be a first down, I think. Oh.
Yeah, they will give him the first down. So 1st and goal from the 1.
So that edge, Sua has, I think, gotten away with a couple of holds here on the edge.
You know, I didn't want to mention it. But
yeah, and I'm not going to ride him too hard. I mean, it's probably a 50-50 call, but
Ficklin back in. 1st and goal. They'll give it to him. Makes one move, walks it in. His 2nd touchdown of the night, and back and forth affair here at Conway.
This is the shootout that I thought we would have. I mean, the first quarter ended at 7-0, 7-3,
7-3, I believe.
7-3, and then boy, the second quarter began to open up. This is kind of what you expect. It's a little shootout. Your basic shootout.
We'll make that 6 touchdowns now in the year for Josh Ficklin. We got a flag.
It's on them. So, for those of you new to high school football, point afters like this, pre-snap penalties are always dead ball fouls. You cannot, you know, if you're offsides on the defensive side, you don't get a chance to say, well, I'll take the point after. You have to run the play again. So,
we'll back it up. 5 yards. Is this a 5 yard?
5 yard penalty, yeah.
Thomason's got enough leg.
No, I'm not worried about it. But it's another chance to miss it or get a block.
He did have one blocked a week ago. And the rain coming back down again. He's good on the 2nd attempt. 21-17, Bentonville back on top. Back after 30 seconds here on Conway Corp.
Thank you for your business.
Turn live here in Conway. Number 2 versus number 3, and it's lived up to the hype so far.
Well, I mean, that's a quick strike. Josh Ficklin showed his D1 level work there. We did a good job in the first part of the ball game to keep him a little bit under control, but boy, the last couple drives he's really showed out.
This one will be returned. Q Wilson couldn't quite handle it, trying to step up. He's going to fall down just past the 10, so it's going to be a long field for your Wampus Cats.
It's almost with his leg, it's almost like he's intending to try to kick it somewhere around between the 10 and the goal line and just kind of see what happens. So, not exactly where you'd like to start.
3:40 to play here in the first half, so plenty of time for this offense to get down the field, but you need a good drive here.
Yeah, I hardly ever worry about the clock with Coach Kelly's offense.
Rome Fields, Chris O'Neill near side. They get it out in the flats. Is that Jackson Anderson out there?
Sure did look like him.
No. Jaden Hughes.
We're going to see a lot of receivers this year. Let me just go ahead and say that. I mean, you're going to see a lot of guys. Chris O'Neill, Rome Fields, Jaden Hughes, Jackson Anderson, Clay Fisher. I mean, there's just the list goes on.
Flag on that play.
Call holding?
It did.
Let's make sure we're seeing it both ways.
So it'll still be first down. They'll spot it at the 9. Looks to be about 1st and 12 now. 1st and 13. Boogie Carr in the backfield with Donovan Amalo. Donnie will pass. Rolling out to his left. Gonna throw one up for Chris O'Neill, and that was almost picked off by Christian Farrow.
Yeah, a little contact there, and Chris broke that off, and it he threw it where he thought he would be, and the only person there was Farrow. Good thing that he didn't come up with that.
So it'll be 2nd and 13 now. 2 receivers to each side. Clay Fisher in the slot near side. Donnie looking for Boogie Carr right over the middle. Boogie's got a first down.
Yeah, you know, that's Shriver out there that was in the slot, not Clay Fisher.
Oh gosh, yeah, that 8 and that 9.
But we haven't seen Clay in a little bit here.
They'll mark it at the 25. Donnie, empty backfield. Rolls out to his left. He's just going to keep it. Gets wrapped up near the 35. He'll go out of bounds a little short of the first.
Yeah, but he was trying to keep it in there live
He
for
wanted
that.
to.
And he had Chris O'Neill that he could have thrown it to, but the safer play was that. 2:45 left.
Be 2nd and 1. Trips to the right. Give it to Boogie. Makes a cut right up the middle. Has the first down and a little bit more. Flag coming in late.
What's that?
Boogie pumped up.
Wow.
It's going to be another holding call against your Wampus Cats. 2nd call on this drive.
I mean, that was so late.
Crowd doesn't like it.
And neither does Coach Fimple. He's out all the way out to the numbers.
They'll spot it back at the 30. So it'll be 2nd and 6. 2:30 on the clock. Empty again for Donnie. Brings over Boogie in motion. He'll give it to Boogie. Boogie still on his feet, leaning forward. It's going to be a yard or two short.
Yeah, that's a great run. He had contact at the line of scrimmage and then really worked hard, kept his feet churning. Lower body strength came into play there.
3rd and short. Donnie keeps it, gets the first down.
Excellent. Well, that's a solid. I mean, you're trying to get one there, but man,
under 2 minutes to play. 1st and 10 at the 40. They pick up the blitz. Donnie gets it out to Rome Fields. Nice gain of 7 or 8 on first down.
These passes across the middle and towards the flat and not very deep, going to continue to soften that up, and we're going to go deep here. We're going to pop one long.
Lala Smith in the backfield. They fake it to Lala over the middle for Chris O'Neill, wide open down to the 30.
There's a junior that you know he had a really good year last year as a player that got a
gonna have a timeout on the field for Bentonville. We'll go ahead and hold it right here. 1:39 to play here in the first half. Your Wampus Cats trailing.
Yeah, so Chris O'Neill last year, not only did he have the big run, really the game, kind of a game-changing moment against Cabot with the touchdown on the return kick, but really, you know, even in the Bentonville game, had a big catch in Bentonville, and he was very reliable as a sophomore. This year, and he's always had the speed, and that's been kind of the difference for him. This year, he's making the right cuts. He's doing the right things mostly, and so here's a guy, you know, that you can count on, that has the speed, has all the moves. He caught the long ball for the touchdown over the top.
Yeah.
But this is the kind of play right here where he took it and went through the middle on the back side of the zone, man coverage, or not in man coverage, but in the zone, took that play and made it happen. It's just I'm excited about Chris O'Neill.
Yeah, he showed off that speed a little bit in flashes last year, and he's got the starting role now, so it's time for him to grow and flourish, and we've seen it so far in this first game. 1:39 on the clock. Lala Smith in at running back. Chris O'Neill, Rome Field's near side. Jackson Anderson and Jaden Hughes far side. They get it to Rome. on first down. He picks up another first down.
Wow, and a great block out there by Chris O'Neill. Held his block just enough, not enough to get the hold, but right at the line of game, created the first down. Great job by Chris O'Neill there again on the block, but a good catch by Rome.
Spotted down to the 15. Hand off to Boogie, cuts to his left, takes on the contact, still moving forward inside the 10.
My goodness, I mean, we saw some tough runs by Boogie late in the year last year, and but that was a different kind of thing. That looked a little bit like a guy that loves it inside.
Got an injured Bentonville Tiger down on the field. We'll go ahead and take a little break here and have the rest of the first half after this break on Conway Corp.
From day one, Centennial has been there for the people of Conway, the people that teach us, protect us, guide us, and work to make Conway better every day. That's why we've donated over $5 million to local organizations and causes, and we have the same commitment to serving you for life's milestones and everyday moments. Centennial Bank, proud to call Conway and Faulkner County home.
Back live at John McConnell Stadium, 1:20 to play here in the first half. Ball down to the 8. And it's going to be 2nd and 2 when we come back back to play, rather, because Bentonville Tigers still on the field as we have returned here to the stadium. We did get a note. I'll go ahead and pass this along, because I know a lot of you may be watching, for the band at halftime, which I don't blame you. It's great.
Great band. Yeah.
But they will not be performing tonight due to the rain. So just want to pass that along. So our halftime show will be a little bit truncated with no band tonight. Tim, me and you may have to just get on and open mic it for a little while.
That's okay. Give me a topic and we'll roll. But, they have the Wampus Cats, by and large tonight, have had a pace that's a little bit different. And it's almost like when we want to turn it on, we can. That is
19?
Nick Stone. Yeah, it's Nick Stone, who I've talked about a lot. He's there. He's really an outstanding linebacker. I hope he's okay. Looks like he's walking off on his own power, so hopefully we'll be back in the game. But we've seen a different kind of, this has had a different feel.
So they come back to the field, got the heavy set in. I see Des Davidson on the field, Amarion Pace, Jalen Chambers, and Boogie Carr. Interesting formation here for your Wampus Cats.
Wow.
I don't know if we've seen one quite like this.
Sit back and enjoy it.
Here we go. Amalo under center. Gives it to Boogie. Boogie cuts it out to his left. Leans forward down near the 1. Nice blocking all around there, and a nice move from Boogie Carr.
We're going to go hurry. Thought we might work some clock here, but we're going hurry. Don't get them set.
Under center. Oh, loose ball. Looked like Amalo didn't quite get the snap.
Yeah, we don't.
Jalen Chambers, I think, fell on it.
Yeah, we don't go under center much, and so it's a little bit different. And it's
raining. It's wet, yeah.
And so, not to make a ton of excuses. Wow, they put that all the way back to the 3. Wow.
Move it back to the 3, so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 3. Bentonville calls their second timeout with 51 seconds to play.
They're wanting the ball back.
Yeah, well, and also, I mean, I'm sure they didn't have this formation in their in their game plan.
And we might need to work on it a little bit too. But this is a situation where they're a quick strike offense. This is not a ground and pound kind of offense for them, even though Ficklin runs the ball a lot. They can go along with C.J. Brown, which is what they have not done yet tonight. So they do want the ball back. It may be some defensive posturing as well, but because we are at the 3 with second down, but you're really looking here to save some time, try to give yourself a chance at the end.
Looking at some numbers here, Boogie Carr 11 carries for 92 yards and 1 score. Donovan Amalo 5 for 43. Amalo 9 for 12 passing, 163 yards and the 1 score. And Conway going to keep that formation out. You see big number 17 to your left. That's Amarion Pace. Big target. If they decide to pass, look like they dropped the snap again.
Wow.
2 snaps in a row, and now you're down.
Third down.
To third. And goal from
Timeout.
the 3.
Bentonville.
Well, this whole rain situation kind of developed late in the day.
Yeah, I was hoping it'd be out of here. My weather instincts failed me.
And that's a first.
But yeah, and it is a first. That's the first time I've ever made a mistake.
First time
there.
you've
But,
ever failed me with that knowledge.
I mean, I like the fact that you're going to go back to something because you know it's the right call for what you're trying to do, and I get that. We had it first and goal at the 1.
And now we're back to the 4.
Third and goal at the 4, and so, I mean, it does open up a few things. I mean, we're down 4.
And that is the final timeout.
It is.
For
They're
Bentonville.
done.
So even if you don't get the score here and it's a run play, I mean, you could milk it all the way down depending on what you get.
And then decide what you want to do.
And try and get the last opportunity to score here. So I definitely feel like we're in 4-down territory this time.
Maybe.
I mean, I know earlier in the game we weren't, but
well, here's the thing: they're going to score in the second half. So
do not come back out with that formation. Still a big formation here, though. A little heavier.
Cole in the backfield. Cole Williams.
Boogie Carr behind Donovan. He'll move over to his right. Donovan's going to pass. Rome Field's wide open. Pass just a little bit too high. Rome couldn't haul it in, but it was there.
Oh, boy, that play was there. Oh, my gosh.
And the field goal unit coming out again.
Yeah, got a little excited and probably didn't set his feet all that well and kind of floated it out there. Well, actually didn't float it, zipped it. Too high for Rome. That's too bad there.
Mejia, 20-yard field goal in the first quarter. This will be from 22. Good snap, good hold. Kick is good. Conway trailing now by 1. They cut it down with the field goal. 32 seconds to play. Take one break here and be back with the final seconds of the first half on Conway Corp.
It began in 1997 with one goal, community first. It grew, reaching farther and farther across the state of Arkansas. Now, we're on the move again, ready to show our commitment to the people of Conway. Ready to continue the effort to revitalize our downtown with a state-of-the-art banking facility. Ready to live out our firm belief that community is everywhere. And now, community is here.
Well, Wampus Cats had several opportunities, couldn't get 6. They walk away with 3 instead. They trail by 1, 21-20. 32 seconds to play here in the first half.
Feels like there's going to be more points on the board.
I know you're feeling frustrated.
Man, I am. I know. We're leaving some out there. Red zone is tough, and so had a couple of struggles. We did the same thing last year against Fayetteville, so maybe we'll work it out.
This kick will go into the end zone as well. Bentonville will start at the 20, 32 seconds, no timeouts. It'll be interesting to see how they decide to play it. Your Wampus Cats still have all 3 timeouts.
They do, but and here's, you've got Josh Ficklin that you might try to do because we're going to play prevent. I would imagine we're going to have nickel package out there, and although it looks like we're regular, we're regular at this point, which could be that they're worried about the Josh Ficklin angle, but really C.J. Brown is going to be your if they try to go deep.
See Brown on the near side here, and they do look for. Well, they get it out to Spafford instead on first down, and he picks up a first down.
Yeah, all the concentration was on C.J. Brown, and so they got some yardage. Now you start to work.
25 seconds, clock running. Carter Nye under pressure. He's just going to – I thought he was throwing it out of bounds, but he did have Spafford there. Couldn't quite get it to him.
Yeah, good coverage. There was really nothing there, so that's a kind of a kill play there. CJ was going long, but he was not going long fast. And so he has not released yet for that deep ball. They probably have an opportunity with 18 seconds to do one more ball in the middle and then kill it and then go that route.
Q Brown near side, CJ Brown on the far other side. 4 receivers out for the Tigers. They look for Q Brown. Pass a little too hot from Carter Nye.
Yeah, that was coming in hot big time. He barely got a paw up. before it was past him. So Carter Nye has a cannon. He can really let it fly. Now it's 3rd and 10. Okay, so now what are you going to do? We got all 3 of our timeouts. You don't get it here. It's still just, I mean, it's really not a huge threat. You're only going to give us a few seconds, maybe. So you might see Ficklin here.
Trips to the left. Carter Nye's going to pass. Big D chasing him down. And he's just going to throw it out of bounds. 7 seconds on the clock. So Tigers expect they would be forced to punt here.
Yeah, you got to think that.
Unless they just try and run the clock out.
So here's an opportunity to talk about the new grounding rule.
Okay, yeah.
In high school football this year. As long as the quarterback gets out of the pocket and throws it beyond the line of scrimmage, you do not have to have a receiver in the area. So that was going to be not a grounding call, probably either way. But that is the new grounding rule.
So much more in line with like how it is in the NFL.
Well, no, you still have to have somebody there, but as long as you get across the line, as long as you've got a guy in somewhat the air, they give a little liberty.
Oh, okay.
But man, yeah. Oh, that's 5. Nope.
They don't call it. Tymason gets the punt off. Nobody back for your Wampus Cats, and a late flag coming in. We're going to call roughing the kicker. The clock has run out here in the stadium.
They get one untimed down if they want it.
He's talking to Coach Jody Grant. Coach Grant in his 8th season at Bentonville. I know he's one of your personal favorites.
It's just a 5-yard penalty. He'll probably decline it. He does.
He does. All right. That is going to do it for the first half. Whew. It's been a doozy.
Wow.
Tim?
Wow.
Number 2 versus number 3 in Bentonville takes a 1-point lead into the locker rooms here at the half.
We've got a lot of work to do in the red zone. Everything else besides that, I feel pretty good about. We had a couple of penalties that cost us, but really kind of liked what we were doing 20-20. We just got to clean up the red zone.
All right, we'll be back with the Conway Regional Health System halftime show after this break here on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Back live in Conway, Wampus Cats trailing by 1. 1 point, Tim. Yeah. 21-20, trailing to the number 3 Bentonville Tigers. It is time now for the Conway Regional Health System halftime show. Up first, it will be your Conway cheerleaders. So we will still see Conway cheer and dance tonight. Unfortunately, no band.
Yeah, no band.
That was Conway dance. I think I said Conway cheer earlier. Sorry about that. Conway dance. I think Conway cheer. Well, it looks like maybe Conway cheer is not going to perform as well. Or is that them all the way across the way? I think that's Bentonville's cheerleaders across the way. Yeah. Well, listen, rainy day. Just raining on our parade here, Tim, is we only get to see Conway dance. No Conway cheer at halftime. So, and also no Conway band.
Well, what we can do is talk about the fact that we're down 1, and I can talk a lot about that if you want to.
Well, I'm sure we'll have plenty of time to do that after the rest of the Conway Regional Health Systems.
Do I have to wait?
Halftime show. You're going to have to hold on to that uncomfortable feeling in the pit of your stomach.
Thanks.
Just a little bit longer. And we'll be back in a little bit after the Conway Regional Health System halftime show here on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
For the first time since 2017, the Wampus Cats will have a returning starter at quarterback in junior Donovan Amalo. After a hand injury sidelined presumed starter Sam Gregg 2 weeks before the 2021 season opener, Amalo was thrust into the starting role and never looked back. The sophomore led the Wampus Cats within seconds of a state championship berth, falling to Fayetteville in the final seconds. Amalo said the experience he gained during his sophomore year will help him tremendously heading into his junior campaign. The Wampus Cats are known for having one of the fastest offenses in the entire state. A fast-paced offense like this can be challenging for a sophomore learning the ropes of high school football. Now entering his second year in the offense, Amalo says the pace of the game is starting to slow down for him.
It slowed down a lot when I first started. First game, like every play, especially how fast we went, you'd have to like just think of your read and progression that like short time, think of what to do right on that play and everything. But now going into junior year, having another spring ball, summer ball, fall camp, and now going into the season, I feel like it's slowed down. You get a lot more reps and stuff, go through your plays, progressions, reads, and all that stuff. And now it just seems the whole game just slowed down for me.
The goal for Conway is always to play in War Memorial Stadium in December, but players often have their own individual goals and expectations. Amalo says he's looking to take the next step as a passer this year.
What I'm looking to improve is just getting our team chemistry every day up every day in practice and all that stuff. And then my deep ball and all that stuff, just getting more accurate in the pocket, stepping up, and just knowing what to do when I need to do it.
As the Wampus Cats look to finally break down the door and capture their first state championship in 58 years, Amalo will play a huge part in the Cats' quest to finally bring a state championship to Conway.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all of your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. So when you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we are not just growing, we're growing together.
Welcome back to the Conway Regional Health System pregame show. Jeff and Levi and Tim joined now by senior running back Boogie Carr. Boogie, welcome to the pregame show. We're excited to watch your senior year play out. We want to know always whenever we talk to a senior, because you're getting to the end of this portion of your career, how did the whole thing start? How did you get started with football?
I think my first year playing football was in 6th grade, Optimist League. I played for Coach Bowser in the Jets. And so he really taught me all I know about football from growing up perspective. And that's really where I started. And I just went on through the school from there.
Coach Bowser. Love that name. Great name. Now, Boogie, you're heading into your third year of being, a really critical part of this Conway Wampus Cat offense. Now that it's your senior year, you've been a leader the last few years, but you've got that senior title along with it now. Does that change the way you approach this season and each game?
Kinda. Usually I've always led just by doing it, I guess. And so I've been working on actually being vocal with it. And so this year I'm really trying to work on just keeping all of my teammates, us as a team, like together throughout the whole long season and just being vocal, because I feel like me playing 3 years will help others listen to me, I guess you could say.
Boogie, I've had a chance to watch you play and understand that you have kind of a rare ability here to be able to run the ball very effectively, both inside and outside, in space, catch the ball well. What is it about your style that you see as a great tool that allows you to be able to do both of those things inside and out?
Really just, I feel like most teams have to swap in backs for like pass catching plays, but I feel like I can stay on the field, and that really helps us because as an offense, we want a tempo and we don't have to waste any time with swapping in back. So me being able to go out there and catch passes really helps the team. Growing up, I always like to just run outside. And so when I got to high school, I really had to learn how to just be able to go downhill more. And I'm still learning and working on it, but I feel like I'm getting a lot better at it. So I feel like that really helps also because me being smaller, I guess you can say, most teams want to like pack the box, but I've been working on getting downhill and just running my feet.
Now, when you talk about them packing the box, they still got to pack the box around your big guys up front. Talk about your offensive line.
Oh, they got a lot better. Aaron, he gained 20 pounds this summer, and that's really helpful. He's a big dude. And then at our left guard, we got Q. He's a big dude too, and he works really hard, and he's grown a lot these past few years. Then the center, we have Cole with the long hair, and he's been really good. Yeah. Most snaps are always right where they need to be. And then right guard, we have Nathan Berry. He played center at first, but he got switched to right guard, and he works really hard. He's good with his feet. And then Cole Williams on the right tackle, he's good with his feet also, and he's a pretty strong dude. So I'm pretty excited about them. I feel like they all work hard, and they'll help me out a lot.
All right, Boogie, one more question. I got to know, are you at any point in your future thinking about doing what we do? Because you could speak about this game for a living.
I've never really just thought about it. I don't really know what I want to do in the future. I think it'll be fun, but I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, it's been great to watch you play. Good luck tonight and this entire season. Thanks for spending some time.
Thank you. All right, thank y'all.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
Before students arrived on campuses across Conway, teachers and support staff from Conway's schools gathered at Conway High to kick off the new school year with a back-to-school assembly. Conway Corp CEO Brett Carroll was also there. He was on hand to recognize Haley Carr as the 2022-2023 Conway Public Schools Teacher of the Year. Carr has taught 6th grade at Simon Middle School for 5 years and begins year number 6 with a $2,000 grant from Conway Corp. In 2013, Conway Corp pledged a $440,000 gift over 4 years to endow the award and to support teacher impact grants presented by the Conway Public School Foundation. Carr began her career as a math teacher, but now teaches social studies and uses her love of travel and music to teach students through educational songs that she posts on YouTube. Congratulations, Haley. We're proud of you, and thank you for what you do for Conway students.
When you're missing Nana's famous dressing, we'll help you make it. When you unwrap years of homemade ornaments, we'll put them in the spotlight. And when it's time to count down that glittery ball, we'll be celebrating too. The holidays are full of powerful moments. We're so glad to share them with you. Conway Corp, always on.
Earlier this summer, we told you about an exciting project we have underway in White County. It's called Conway Solar at Happy. And in May, ground was broken and the substation transformer arrived. Well, since then, our partners, LightSource BP and Orbital Solar, have continued the work and progress is evident. These images were taken throughout the summer, and they show how a 700-acre farm will soon be able to generate enough clean energy to power more than 21,000 homes right here in Conway. You can find out more about our solar projects at conwaycorp.com/solar. Conway Corp, always on.
right, back live here in Conway. A little bit of a interesting halftime show. No band tonight because of the weather, so we had a little bit of empty space. Literally, we were just showing empty field there for a while as got closer to the start of the second half. Teams just now back on the field. We expect they'll add a few more minutes onto the clock as it's just now getting to the zeros. But of course, warm-ups, they usually.
Yeah, he's holding up the 3-finger mark.
Yeah, 3 more minutes they're going to add on here. Tim, let's go ahead and look back at the first half. Your Wampus Cats trailed 21-20 after one half of action, and it's been an interesting look offensively for Conway. It seems like you're not quite seeing what you thought you might have seen.
No, there's especially in the red zone. This whole half has been missed opportunities. We shot ourselves in the foot in both red zone opportunities. We were first and goal from inside the 5, and we got field goals out of both of them. We had them third and forever multiple occasions, and they got out of almost all of those. And so you had them in a spot where you wanted them, third and long, third and forever. You had it first and goal where you want to be, and we didn't take advantage of any of those. And we're still only down 1. We really, and I don't play this guy. I know you like to, well, what ifs, and that's a good thing to do because you need to be able to do that. We should be up.
I totally agree with that.
I mean, the message is going to be, you would think inside our locker room of, we're killing ourselves. Let's just we can't do that. And this team has won the Fayetteville game. It feels kind of eerily similar to that Fayetteville game last year. It started off slow. We had a key cog get hurt, and then things kind of fell apart there. But really, if you consider the Bentonville game to be almost like the second half with full power last year, we really began to pick it up. I trust this staff, and I trust our players to get it done in the locker room and come out with a different game plan.
Boogie Carr leading the way rushing for your Wampus Cats, 11 carries for 92 yards and 1 touchdown. He had a 13-yard touchdown run in the first half. Donovan Amalo, 9 for 13 for 163 and 1 touchdown. It was a 37-yard strike to Chris O'Neill.
And the yardage for both passing is how many yards did you say?
Amalo, 163.
And rushing, we have how much?
And total rushing yards, 169. We're back to that 50-50
that was going to be my
mark.
point. Yeah, it's 50-50. So that's a typical stat line for us.
Typical last year for sure. The year before it was a little bit more one-sided.
But we're so spoiled is I guess the right word. 20 points and a half. Everybody's like, what are we doing wrong? I mean, but yeah, and true, we left a couple of touchdowns out there. But 20 points, put up the same amount. It's 40 in a ball game. They're going to make adjustments. Jody Grant is a great coach, and they're well coached. They're doing the exact same things we are. We can't let X, Y, and Z happen. The question is, who can out execute, because it's just a 1-point game. Basically, it's a coin toss.
Yeah, no turnovers yet in the game for either side as well. Bentonville will receive to start the second half here. The Wampus Cats started the game with the ball and went right down the field, but then it was that red zone. Just didn't capitalize in the red zone on some run plays and ended up with 3 points.
That was the point. It said, well, we'll never kick one from there, and then that's exactly what they did.
It has been interesting. Two times that it has seemingly been, hey, we may see these guys go for it on 4th down. They have elected to get the 3 points both times.
Well, and I do think, given how both offenses can be so dynamic, I mean, you got to get all the points you can get. And if you felt like, well, okay, we're just going to make sure we get 3 there. Okay, totally believe that, and that's great. We're just going to have to score touchdowns when we get it first and goal.
Adrian Mejia has looked great kicking tonight. He's going to gets it close to the end zone. This one will be returned. That's C.J. Brown. Ben Chandler trying to slow him down. C.J. still on his feet, bringing it back near side. Chris O'Neill will hassle him out of bounds.
Man, that's a long time for me to hold my breath. That
didn't
guy
like
is
it.
so slippery. He's one of the big 3, and you just don't want him seeing touch the ball, but a great job by Chris O'Neill.
well, and he's been oddly quiet tonight.
Yeah, 1 catch for 1 yard, I believe, is about what he had. But that's gonna. I would imagine that's going to change. They're going to try to get him engaged. He's going to have to go vertical at some point.
Jonah Cecil out at one of the safety spots as we start the second half here. It's Jacoby Wade that got the start tonight. Carter Nye, they hand off to Ficklin, and Kelvin Thomas right there to meet him.
Says none. None for you. That's a great stop. That looked like more like what we started out the ball game with. A lot of contact behind the line of scrimmage. Kelvin did a great job beating this guy.
Kelvin, 6 feet tall, 230-pound senior. Had 50 tackles a year ago for your Wampus Cats.
We are outmanned across the front. It doesn't matter who we put out there. These guys are huge. That was just being outquicked. I mean, we took it to the edge there and got it.
Makes it 2nd and 13. Rough snap to Nye. Collects himself. Gets it out to Luke Kuhn.
Well, I mean, that's 2nd and 13, and almost a mistake in the backfield, and he did a great job of gathering it up and finding an open receiver at a spot. I mean, he just sat down right there at the boundary.
Makes it 3rd and short for the Tigers.
This is Josh Ficklin range. Maybe you might see that same kind of a long option, pass option.
We'll give it to Ficklin. Ben Chandler right there, wraps him up, pulls him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And now that's edge control right there. Ficklin didn't even think about running it up the middle, was immediately bouncing it, and Ben super fast. Man, what a night this guy's had. What a great game.
Been a man on fire in the first half, and he's brought it right back here in the second half, as it's going to be a quick possession for the Bentonville Tigers.
It's not often you get them at 3rd and 1 and Ficklin can't get it. That's just a great stop.
Q Wilson back. That's a high punt, and it's out of bounds. What happened in the backfield?
Well,
we missed some of that.
Well, that's Kelvin, I believe it is, and he went up to try to block, got basically turned head over heels and landed right on top of the noggin. But that'll knock the breath out of you, twist things up.
We'll keep an eye on Kelvin as he gets to the sideline. Your Wampus Cats will take over. Trying to see where they've spotted the ball. What, the 40? Well, they keep moving it on me.
Well, where are we going? We're going to go to the 41, it looks like.
Well,
40. Wow.
Someone's standing at the 41, and the other one's putting at the 40, so we'll call it at the 40. Boogie Carr in the backfield, closing in on 100 yards rushing. They'll get a quick pass out to Chris O'Neill, cuts it back into the middle of the field, and he's got a first down.
Wow, that was a quick first step. That looked like it was a 2-3 yard completion at best. Got out of the grasp and then was speedy to the next level.
Chris O'Neill, Boogie Carr, far side. Clay Fisher, Jackson Anderson, near side, and Donovan Amalo is just going to take off with it. It's going to get 6 or 7 on first down.
Yeah, they're going to have to account for that. I mean, it's not something that Donnie does a lot of, but he's very smart when he does it. And that adds another element. Okay, yeah, you're going to try and take Boogie. Okay, you're going to take the quick out. Okay, now you got to deal with Donnie.
Rome, Clay, and Jackson Anderson near side. They give it to Boogie Carr. Boogie shaking and baking. First down and a lot more, and he's over the 100-yard mark on the night.
What a spin for the extra 3. Now he's in the slot. Empty set.
Empty for Donnie. He's looking to his right, lofting it up for Boogie Carr. Boogie, such body control, turns around, hauls it in. First and goal coming up for Conway.
Oh, that was a sweet back shoulder catch by Carr. What a great throw. My gosh.
All the way down to the 2. Give it to Boogie. Boogie again. Touchdown, Wampus Cats.
Boogie, 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 boogie. Somebody at halftime said, how about a Wampus Cat drive? That is it right there. I mean, that's a great mix of plays. Executed almost every play. Wow, what a drive.
So your defense gets, what, a 3 and out?
Yeah.
And your Wampus Cat offense marching down the field quickly, taking back the lead. Adrian Mejia's kick is up and good. 27-21. Conway back on top. 9:46 to play here in quarter number 3. Back in 30 seconds on Conway Corp.
We so often anecdotally get from our customers, hey, we've come to your store and it just feels different. And they really have a hard time explaining why that is, what that is, how they feel that way. But I think our customers need to come experience for themselves and understand why Caldwell Cares means something here and why it feels different here and why we're here to help you buy a car, not to sell you a car. And that's kind of our approach.
Just like that again, your Wampus Cats regain the lead, 27-21. They march 60 yards down the field and cap it off with a 2-yard run from Boogie Carr, his second touchdown run on the night.
Yeah, that drive didn't take any time at all. That's 60 yards in a heartbeat.
Adrian Mejia. This one will be returned by Ficklin.
Yeah, that's
going to be down near the 25. It's number 23 on the tackle.
It's a
Colin Goodman, senior.
We'll play some. You'll see him some at cornerback. What an absolute dart to the back shoulder. 27 for them had no chance to make the play there.
I can't remember what the publication was, but Boogie was listed as like a, top dog running back in the state. And my note was, well, he's a threat running and receiving more than anybody in the state, I think, doing both of those things. I mean, Josh Ficklin, he's a threat for sure running. Ben Chandler steps up and takes on Ficklin.
Yeah, that was well blocked right there, by the way. That they had us in the right defense, and the split with Martinez up front. Ficklin didn't even hesitate, just pounded away. That's good 5 yards there. But great tackle again by Ben Chandler, who has 37 tackles tonight.
It feels that way.
Is that
feels
right?
that way for sure.
Stats, is that right? 37.
5-yard gain on first down for Ficklin. Carter Nye passing on second down, out to his right. And that was Carson Pate.
That's one of the first times they've gone at Q tonight. And that was a quick tackle. Just, it was enough to get, it's a 5-yard gain, but it's enough for the first down. Now they're going stack.
Yeah, Tigers hurrying up the pace here to give it to Ficklin.
Good tackle.
Porter Udi wrapping him up right at the line.
Wow, really nice tackle by Porter, as well as, who was that? Was that
Keldon Thomas in there as well?
Yeah, great tackle there. Good reps, sure tackle.
Just a 1-yard gain, brings up 2nd and 9. We'll give it to Ficklin. Met at the line again. Keldon Thomas in there. Ben Chandler. Man, Keldon Thomas having a game tonight too.
Wow, I mean, just absolutely ate him up right behind the line of scrimmage. We got a guy that's slow to get.
Wampus Cat, it's Ben Chandler.
He's been kind of nursing
there was one hit he had, and he kind of looked like he's limping a little bit getting up.
Yeah. He's made every play tonight. Big D checking on him as well.
We'll go ahead and take a moment here, take a quick break, and be back. Well, no. Never mind, Ben Chandler.
Come on, Ben.
Changed my mind. He ain't got. He's still limping a little bit, but he popped up real quick.
Those of you who are longtime Conway people, I can tell you that you know who the Chandler family is. Otis Chandler, Ben Chandler. I will tell you that they all know how to play. Great people, great family. I graduated with Ben Chandler, and he was a fabulous player for UCA and Lamar.
3rd and 9 coming up for the Tigers. 4 receiver set. Christian Battles in the backfield, and Conway is going to call a timeout. They want to talk things over. That's not Christian Battles. That's Jason Gilmore in the backfield.
We may have had 12 out there, I think. We had 12 guys, yeah.
Well, it may take 2 people to replace Ben Chandler. Yeah. the way he's been playing tonight.
Yeah, he's just been so good. He is. The good news is we can see him. He's jogging it off on the sidelines.
Maybe a hammy type situation.
Brooks not anywhere close to him.
Not super hot tonight, but it's first game.
Well, I think that's more of a ding. I mean, I don't think it's been a cramp most of the night. I think it's just been a bit of a tweak. So hopefully that's what that is. But yeah, it is. It's one of those nights though that he can get away from him. It's a little bit. We got weather moving in. Hopefully not. My goodness.
All right, here we go. Jason Gilmore in the backfield with Carter Nye on 3rd and 9. Nye. Happy feet. Porter Udi chasing in pursuit. He's going to throw almost picked off by Q Wilson. But a great stop again by this Conway defense. Now 2 possessions in a row that they've been able to get a stop.
Awesome pursuit by Garrett Sanders and Udi. And really no place to go. And Carter took it all the way to the edge before he released it. So great job by your defense there.
Drew Canterbury on the field now as Q Wilson drops back to receive the punt.
This guy's going to be dangerous if they ever kick it to him where he can catch it and get on the move. Really like his ball skills.
Nice high punt from Tymason. Drops near the 30. Takes a Conway bounce to the 35. So a 6-point lead for your Wampus Cats and a chance to add on here.
Wow. I've got Wade Simpson. Boy, I mean, this is real football. I mean, these guys have pounded on each other a long time, but boy, Bentonville is tough. And we got a couple guys getting dinged. Maybe they can fight through it.
Rome Fields, Chris O'Neill on the far side. Clay Fisher and Dalen Moten here on the near side. Number 14. See him at the bottom of your screen. Lala Smith in the backfield gets the carry, and he is wrapped up behind the line. It's really the first time we've seen a lot of that behind the line of scrimmage tonight.
Wow, good play. It's, I believe that was Nick Stone, but it could have been Brock Skidmore as well.
Makes it 2nd and 11. Quick pass out to Rome Fields in the flats. Great block by Chris O'Neill, and there's a flag.
That's absolutely not a hold. That's absolutely not a hold.
Tell me how you feel, Tim.
I mean, it's absolutely not a hold.
Looked like he had position, got him turned. We expect it is going to be a holding. We await the call. They're talking it over.
Yeah, but I totally don't agree with that call. But how many times have I agreed with calls that go against Conway? Just go ahead and give me a number.
There have been a few.
Been a few.
I'll give you some credit. There have been a few.
Pass interference is what they're going to call. So what they're saying there, if the call is right, well, I'll just assume that it is that Chris was blocking before the pass was completed. And so that's not a hold. It's just you can't block until he catches the ball. Then you can block.
Tim Roach with the explanation here.
Well, I mean,
you heard it first.
I mean, I don't like making that call. It's not the right call. But
well, I expect you to be honest. And painfully so at times.
Wow, this is 2nd and
man, that's
4.
Takes it back a long way. 2nd and 26.
Yeah. Just trying
Donnie steps up. Tries to find Chris O'Neill, throw it out of bounds instead. It'll be 3rd and 26. So Conway with a 6-point lead, hoping to add on to that. It's going to take a lot here on 3rd and 26.
Yeah, that penalty is an absolute killer. And it changes the whole game plan. Do we got a 3rd and 26 in our playbook?
I don't know. Empty backfield for Donovan Amalo. He's going to run it. And he'll be down maybe a gain of 1. So not much happening there. And he's stretching it out a little bit.
That's no good.
Phil Sherry coming in.
So that's a case right there where he made the right decision, by the way. What you don't want to do is throw one that's about 15 or 20 yards that you're not going to have a first down and then get a penalty.
Phil Sherry. Bentonville had Q Brown back. He hauls it in, and this is dangerous for your Wampus Cats. Bentonville getting wise and getting someone back there. That's the danger of leaving your offense on these quick hits. Is these guys not really, not really for the punt return coverage.
Yeah, I mean, if they drop a guy back, I mean, it's just one of those things where they figure there's no chance you're going to do that. Not that long.
So Bentonville will start this drive in Conway territory at the 30. I formation. Give it to Ficklin. Garrett Sanders stepping up. Can't make the tackle. Jonas Cecil. Hudson Wallace finishing it off.
Here comes Ben Chandler out of the ball game again. He's just not right yet. Drew Canterbury coming in. I mean, they are when he's getting the edge, they've got a guy out there that's blocking, and there's not been a hold call out there yet other than the jet sweep.
2nd and 3. They'll stick with the I formation. They give it to the fullback again. Finally, nothing going there.
Yeah, who was that? That was Z.
Z Blakely.
Yeah, undersized defensive end, but this cat is really, really fast. And you look at him, you're like, that's a defensive end.
Flag coming in.
I think that's going to be on Fimple's sideline away, I guess.
Fimple not happy about it. Half the distance to the goal. Wow.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that's on the sidelines.
Well, he threw it. He threw it towards the sideline.
Yeah, I mean,
sure.
And there was no player in the. Wow.
So 1st and 10 now at the 12. Stick with this I formation. Carter Nye under center. Fakes it. Looking to his left. He had Q Brown or Carson Pate. One of the two. I think it was Pate. Just led him a little too far.
Yeah. Just off the fingertips. He did break open right at the last second.
Senior Ryan Talon in. Big D coming in. Ty Faison. A lot of substitutions here on the defensive side.
All right, defense has our backs against the wall. And we started out that way after the punt return. I mean, penalties have gotten us here to this point, not only on the defensive side, but on the offensive side as well. We've not had any breaks from the other guys on the field.
2nd and 10. Ficklin, left side. Nice, strong tackle from Ty Faison.
Yeah, it's great tackle there, right at the line, pretty much.
He'll be relieved by Garrett Sanders. Preston Prock checking back in for Z Blakely. 3rd and 7. Big opportunity here for your Wampus Cats.
Yeah, Josh Ficklin still in the ball game. Looking for
Ben Pearson.
Yeah, he's
as
one
well.
of the two-way players.
Nye looking over the middle, and he connects for the score with Eli Brooks. Well covered. Just a well-placed pass.
Yeah, great throw. There's nothing you can do about that. Garrett almost with the crossing piece, and he was well covered at the goal line. Just a great throw.
So a tie ball game currently, pending the extra point from Thomason. It is a 1-point game again. Bentonville retaking the lead. 28-27, 5:09 to play here in the 3rd. Back with more after 30 here on Conway Corp.
From day one, Centennial has been there for the people of Conway, the people that teach us, protect us, guide us, and work to make Conway better every day. That's why we've donated over $5 million to local organizations and causes, and we have the same commitment to serving you for life's milestones and everyday moments. Centennial Bank, proud to call Conway and Faulkner County home.
Live tonight at John McConnell Stadium, live on channels 5 and 585 here in Conway. And on 5 Sports on YouTube, wherever you're watching from. We appreciate it greatly. Had such a great matchup to start the season here. Number 3 versus number 2 in the state.
That's lived up to the billing. It's a 1-point game. It's a 1-point position in the rankings. And again, the non-conference game, but it's still meaningful. You want to play well. You want to get it done, especially at home.
And this game was such a it's weird to say a turning point. It was only your 2nd game of the season, but it sure felt that way a year ago.
No, last year I thought it was. I think I thought the Bentonville game was it, and then there was a long line of wins after that. So down a point, still a quarter and a half to go. Frustrating about 3 minutes of a ball game right there. So let's just see how we respond after being frustrated.
Chris O'Neill, Clay Fisher, and Rome Fields trips to the left. They'll give it to Boogie. Not much going there, maybe a yard.
Yeah, good play up the middle.
Nick Stone on the tackle.
Yeah, that guy has been everywhere as well, kind of like their Ben Chandler. He's just been a monster in the middle.
They'll bring Clay Fisher near side in the slot, and Dalen Moten on this side as well. Donnie rolling out. He's going to keep it. Race to the corner.
Oh, wow.
Looks like he got the first down. It depends on the mark.
That's not a great mark, by the way.
It's going to be 1 yard short.
Mark. That's a terrible mark. Oh, my gosh.
We'll give it to Boogie. Can he get the 1 yard? Yes, he can. Falls down past the 35.
It almost sounded like you were thinking he could not do that.
I would never not think
Boogie.
that Boogie Carr could do that.
You were doubting.
Do not slander me. Fake to Boogie. Going deep for Chris O'Neill. He's got a step. Pass just a little too inside. Man, it was there though.
Yeah, and the play before. They were really fairly stacked in the box. They were not too deep at all, waiting for that long throw.
Omarion Pace at the wide out on the far side. Give to Boogie. Boogie burst upfield. Nice 4 or 5 yard gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, that's a good spot for. It's almost like what they would do on their side. To just get something that's manageable on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6. They give it to Boogie again. What a block right up the middle. Boogie cutting it back across the field. Still on his feet down to the 25. Who had that block? That was dirty.
Williams. Oh, that was absolutely a pancake block. My goodness. It just followed right off the edge. Great job, 72, Cole.
And here we go.
Here it is.
Bentonville already.
Cole will pull, go outside, bam.
Man, right tackle pulling. That's the
Great
thing
move.
about this offense. Both these tackles, they pull them frequently.
Yeah. What a great block by Cole Williams.
Emmy Contreras, we saw him have many injury timeouts a week ago against Broken Arrow. I don't want to sound suspicious here, but
yeah, don't take me there. This one looks legit, but
it does look a little more serious.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah.
Injury timeout on the field for.
This almost looks like a cramp. I hope it is. I hope it's not a knee.
Wampus Cats driving, trailing by 1. 3:56 to play here in the 3rd quarter. What a night, Tim Roach. Good to be back on the air with you. Our 3rd year doing this together.
Well, and it's gotten better every year, and I think this year has a chance to be a very special year. And I've told anybody that will listen, and I get to talk to a lot of folks around the community, and they're very, interested in about this team. The last 2 years, the growth that they've seen, the things that they have had to try to get through, that breakthrough, they're just one spot away, right? And it's the Bryant hurdle factor that we've got to get through. But this team, I don't know, man. I think there's something special about these guys.
It's exciting. They know what they have. And if they just perform up to that potential, you imagine special things can happen. Trailing by 1 currently, 3:56 to play here in the 3rd quarter. Trips to the left. 1st and 10 at the 24. Donnie looking for Chris O'Neal. He's got him deep. Chris O'Neal couldn't haul it in. Had multiple steps. It was there. The pass was there, and just couldn't bring it in.
Almost knocked myself out. Listen, that's going to be a catch that he's going to make. I mean, that's just.
And he has made.
Oh, yeah.
He made a harder catch already.
You know,
tonight.
I hate that for him, and he's going to be so mad. What a great throw. He'll make that catch.
2nd and 10, Lala Smith in the backfield. Donnie flushed out to his right. Lofts one up out of bounds. Bring up 3rd and 10.
So you're not at a point now. You're at the 24, 25-yard line. You really need at least 5 more to get in Adrian's range. So it'll be interesting to see if they opt for a play that can at least get him that.
Stick with trips to the left. Chris O'Neal back in near side. Boogie will roll out. Empty backfield for Donnie. And over the middle for Boogie Carr. It has been there all night, and he's got a 1st down.
I mean, here's the thing. I mean, I know that he's already going, I think, to Ouachita. He's committed to Ouachita. This guy can catch the ball. He is a receiver, a running back, whatever you want. He's just unbelievable.
And hurry it up. Boogie following Cole Smith again.
Boogie Carr inside the 10.
Another nice gain on 1st down.
Yeah, Eli
That's Nick
Estes.
Stone down again.
Yeah, he and Ben have both been so all out. 27, Eli Estes has had a really good game from them. The safety, he's made several stops that have. Is there a flag down on the far side?
No, I think it's. I see what you're saying, but yeah, I don't know. I can't tell. I see what you're saying over there near the. What about the 15, 16-yard line?
Yeah.
Across the way.
I have a feeling there's a flag down. They're not.
Well, maybe they'll just forget about it.
I don't know. Given what they've done so far, it looks like they're still chatting about it at about the 5-yard line. You got it's against defense.
All right, illegal substitution against Bentonville.
Yeah, must have had 12, or that would be participating. Well, it's going to have to be 12 on the field, and that's what happens with this up-tempo thing. I mean, they struggled with it last week a little bit when Broken Arrow decided to go up-tempo. They do a lot of change-outs. They got guys that play both sides of the ball. They get a little bit leg-weary, and we caught them there, even with our pace. They're trying to do a sub, and if we're set, we're going.
Yeah, Broken Arrow, as fast as they were going, this Conway offense moving –
That went fast.
Broken Arrow would move quickly to get set, but then they would
step back and go.
Wait for the call. And Conway, they know what they're calling as they're running to the line.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's not fast. I mean, you want to show you fast, this is what it is right here.
Nick Stone getting him sitting up. Now right near the 10-yard line. It's been a big presence on this Bentonville defense.
Yeah, he's made plays all over the field. You want to talk about a guy that has really, I mean, even in coverage, off the edge, with a sack, stopping the run. It's almost like he's been singled up on Boogie and just been a shadow against him the entire evening. Good, he's finally up a good deal. He's
walking off on his own. Good sign for Nick Stone. Second time he's gotten shaken up tonight.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be first and 5?
Yeah.
From the 9, the 13.
From the 13.
No,
from the 8.
The 8.
Yeah. First and 5. It's been
first game back, folks. just be patient.
Do math. Do you do math? Yeah. I like 1st and 5. Boy, you're talking about options for this offense.
I know, right? Bringing it all in tight. 4 receivers tight. They flip it to Lala Smith. Lala making his way in for the 8-yard rush.
Well, and I mean some great blocking out there on the edge, including Aaron Smith What a great cut by Lala. That's a great call by Kelly. I mean, it's all execution, but a great block on the edge by pulling Aaron Smith.
Lala, loving it. Got the Chucky doll out. I still haven't quite figured
I don't
that
know
out.
what that's about yet.
Not sure I want to know either, but maybe someday. Extra point. Up and good. 34-28. Conway back with a 6-point lead. 3:10 to play here in the third. Back after this break on Conway Corp.
When you choose First Security, banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
As we come back quickly, take a look at this play here to
Aaron
Lala Smith.
Watch this.
Q Whitehead, Aaron Smith. Just follow those guys. Two biggest guys on the field. Just follow them. Good strategy.
Aaron's going to put that on the highlight reel because I think he got 2 for 1 there. And right at the goal line, man, what an awesome block. And great job by Lala just to make that cut. Got to the edge. Found the end zone. Nicely done.
34-28. Wampus Cats back on top. This Conway defense has gotten 2 stops out of 3. See where Bentonville's going to start. Josh Ficklin can't stay on his feet. Falls down around the 27.
Tackle made by the Turf and Tice Carr.
Tice Carr, Boogie's younger brother, I think.
Right.
Yeah,
That's right.
Well, we heard some talk that it was Tice Carr, Trez Hammond, and R.J. Chapman.
Yeah.
All 3 sophomores fighting for that corner spot on the opposite side of Q Wilson. And Chapman got the start tonight, but I feel like we're going to start seeing Trez and Tice
we'll see
on the field at some point because these guys are fast.
They're way fast.
I mean, you think Boogie's fast. He's got a younger brother who's fast too. Option out to Ficklin. Cuts it back inside. A number of blue jerseys over there. And it's going to be a real short game.
Yeah, D. Markell out there, Big D.
Big D.
Rolling. That was several out there on that pitch. Did not let him go wide. Good. I mean, quite frankly, Josh did a great job just to get 2 out of that.
It was a hard 2 for sure.
It was difficult.
We'll call it 2nd and 9 on the scoreboard. Another handoff to Ficklin. Another hard few yards.
Okay. That's Ficklin, and now he's coming out.
Ball's at the 32-yard line. It's 3rd down.
This is going to be put the ball in Carter Nye's hands and let him make a play. So you got to be careful of the flats for sure, but now C.J. Brown looms large, and he's on the far boundary.
Kuhn and Pate on the near side. Like you said, C.J. Brown out on that far side. 3rd and 5. Looking for C.J. Brown, but he's not going to get there. DeMarkel McKenzie with the sack and a flag.
It's got to be a hold.
Garrett Sanders loving it out there.
Got to be a hold.
Expect your Wampus Cats will. Holding. Penalty will be declined by Conway.
Garrett is into the ball game officially.
So now 3 of 4 possessions here in the second half for Bentonville as Conway defense has stepped up.
Well, if you look at them as standard kind of starting positions, they haven't done anything with them. They got some help on our side of the field to get the score that they got. So good job by the defense.
I don't think Tymason punted at all a week ago. He bobbles the snap there, still gets it off. Q Wilson fair catches it at the 40. That was scary. You know, we've talked about this several times, Tim, but the thing I would be most scared of on a football field is shagging punts.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I don't want that position, but I will tell you what that did. That saved us about 20.
Yeah.
Because that ball was
going.
Yeah.
There was no Conway bounce on that one.
Yeah, dude, that was a big play by Q right there. Big play. Nicely done.
trips near side for your Wampus Cats. Donnie fakes it to Boogie. Rome Fields right over the middle. That's been there all night long. And a first down for Rome Fields.
Caught it 3 yards short and got the extra 3, maybe 4 for a first down. What a great job. Listen, Rome has been sniffing the first down marker. He has been all over it.
Give it to Boogie on the delayed handoff, and he's got a wide open lane right up the middle. Boogie Carr will not be stopped. 49 yards rushing for Boogie Carr, his third score of the night.
Just so well blocked by your offensive line. Next level. Boogie made one move. That's one of those where he just hits the seam and goes. And the speed of Boogie Carr right there, that showed where he was.
205 yards rushing now on the night
3
for
TDs.
Boogie Carr on 18 carries. Man, oh man. Senior spotlight. It always works, Tim. It always works. Extra point is good. 41-28. Conway finally with that 2-score lead here in the second half. 1:09 to play here in the third. 30 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp.
Hi, I'm Kate McConnell, member of the Smith Ford family. Come to Smith Ford and get any Ford vehicle designed by you and built for you. Our experienced staff can help you custom order an F-150, Bronco Sport, or the all-new Ford Maverick. Smith Ford, providing affordable Fords for over 100 years.
Come experience Smith Ford's family customer service in Conway, exit 127 off I-40.
As we come back, look at...
Hi, I'm Kate McConnell, member of the Smith Ford family.
Look at it.
There he is. Well, once he hit the second level, it was over.
It was over,
there
yeah.
was no chance. But really, I think it was just your basic. That's the way the play was drawn up. That's the way it was blocked. That was the way it was run. Just great execution.
All around, 41-28. Wampus Cats on top. It's been a long third quarter, Tim.
Yeah, it has.
C.J. Brown returns the kick, trying to get it midfield. Nothing going there. Colin Goodman.
Yeah.
Doing it again on special teams, the senior defensive back.
Yeah, he was very patient on the backside there. He began to chase, and he didn't lose his containment because Ficklin was coming back the other way. And so he did not lose his containment. If he gets the edge there, it could be problems. Just a great play by the young man. Good job. All right. Got him pinned a little bit. Listen, this team knows how to fight. They're well coached. Again, they're going to make some noise. Can you handle the pressure?
I think they went down, 13-0 to Broken Arrow?
Yeah.
Real fast.
Brutally
fought all the way back in that one. 1st and 10 at the 12. Handoff to the fullback. I don't know how they keep doing this with this fullback, Jonah Knapp, but he has had success tonight.
I may not ever say that'll never happen again, or he's not going to get the ball much. He's got to have about 30 yards.
Well, we're just not used to talking about fullbacks that much anymore.
And they're running out. And again, we saw some of that against Broken Arrow. You really didn't see it at all last year, maybe a couple of times. But this is they're lining up in it again.
2nd and 5. Pitch it to Ficklin this time. Cuts it back to the middle. And he's got a lot of space on the cutback. He's got a first down. The Wampus Cat slow to get up. Wade Simpson. Ben Chandler out so far tonight, and now another linebacker. Looks like he's having some cramp issues as well.
Yeah, Drew Canterbury already out there. Talent is out there as well. Linebacking coach is making his money today.
We'll go ahead and take a break as they attend to Wade Simpson on the field. Back with more after this.
We so often anecdotally get from our customers, hey, we've come to your store and it just feels different. And they really have a hard time explaining why that is, what that is, how they feel that way. But I think our customers need to come experience for themselves and understand why Caldwell Cares means something here and why it feels different here and why we're here to help you buy a car, not to sell you a car. And that's kind of our approach.
Back live in Conway, 1st and 10 coming up for Bentonville. Ball at the 27 and 2 starting linebackers out now for your Wampus Cats. Josh Ficklin right up the middle, still on his feet, past the 40. And that's the best run he's had in a little bit.
Yeah, great job there by Drew Canterbury to close that down, because what's going to happen? They're really going to test the middle of the field now. They're going to go where we're not, where we've been, and now you got Q limping. My goodness. Whew. Might go after Q here.
Q coming over on Carson Payton. No, C.J. Brown. They get the pass out to Kuhn, and he's swallowed up. Q Wilson there. Jacoby Wade. And Ryan Talent. And that is going to do it for quarter number 3. 12 minutes left in this one. Conway with the 41-28 lead over the number 3 ranked Bentonville Tigers. Back with the 4th quarter after this break on Conway Corp.
When you're missing Nana's famous dressing, we'll help you make it. When you unwrap years of homemade ornaments, we'll put them in the spotlight. And when it's time to count down that glittery ball, we'll be celebrating too. The holidays are full of powerful moments. We're so glad to share them with you. Conway Corp, always on.
Live tonight at John McConnell Stadium, opening the 2022 season for your Conway Wampus Cats. No week 0 game a week ago, so week 1 action. First time since they introduced week 0 that your Wampus Cats haven't played that week.
Well, it was almost like that. I mean, he literally couldn't find anybody to play.
Yeah, no.
I mean, nobody wanted to go.
Fayetteville dropped off the schedule, and he tried. He tried to get someone else to fill that spot, but no going there. 2nd and 8 as we start quarter number 4. Josh Ficklin bounces it out to the left. Garrett Sanders.
Wow.
Came in. I thought he was about to
take his head off.
a little over his shoulder.
Yeah, he really, I mean, that was a painful 6-yard run, but good run, by the way. And great job by Kelgen on the backside, chasing him down to get to make the play to happen.
3rd and short. They give it to Ficklin right up the middle. Got a 1st down.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of that. I mean, they've got a full quarter to make up 13 points, and so that's way doable, obviously, with their offense. Ficklin goes out now, but you're going to see a lot of runs here. Try to get into the middle of the field.
Christian Battles back in, 1st and 10 at the 43. Tigers into Conway territory. Passing on 1st down. He connects with Q Brown out on the far side.
Yeah, this guy's very shifty. I mean, he doesn't get a lot of balls but he gets not the lockdown cornerback, and so he is a good route runner. Did that against Broken Arrow. Nice catch.
He had 2 catches a week ago for 26 yards. They'll stick with Battles. 2nd and 4. They'll give it to him right up the middle. Wampus Cats get their hands on him, but can't drag him down before he picks up the 1st down.
Yeah, their offensive line is looking really good right now. They're kind of wearing down our defensive line, and if they get to the linebacking crew, we've got some guys that are inexperienced and trying to make a play.
Ty Faison spells Garrett Sanders on 1st down. Josh Ficklin back in. And he just keeps falling forward.
Yeah, it has a little bit more to do with how well their offensive line is pushing right now as it is with just running, because they literally are hitting the gap and going.
Grayson Allen in at linebacker now. Senior. Seeing all the linebackers play tonight. Battles bouncing it out to the left. Drew Canterbury chasing him down. It's going to be a short gain for Battles.
That is fantastic pursuit by Drew Canterbury. I mean, literally from the backside, chasing the whole way from his linebacker spot. Great play by Drew.
Going to bring up 3rd and 3, 9:42 and ticking here in the 4th. C.J. Brown lost his little mouthpiece. Put it back in off the turf.
That's going to be nasty.
Yeah, that's no good. 3rd and 3. Give it to Ficklin. Bounces to his left. Did they stop him?
They did, but
a yard short.
All that does is make it a very manageable fourth down because there is no chance for a field goal here. Yeah, they're going to go hurry. May have to call timeout. Timeout.
Cats not going to get everyone off the field, and they don't call a timeout. Flags coming in.
Well, that's going to be interesting.
But from the back,
we must have had enough play. We must have had 11 there. Not sure what. Now,
this will be.
It's either fast mask or it's a hold. There's really not much in between. Yeah. Okay. So he called it so late, and now there's a flag out this side. Yeah, and that's the right call. We had too many guys out there, but
Conway down to 2 timeouts. I guess they didn't want to.
Yeah.
Give up another one there.
Well, yeah.
And then let's be honest, it's probably a highly convertible
situation. Indeed. And you've already lost one. You lost one already. So time for the defense to kind of step up here, blow the back a little bit.
1st and 10 at the 19. 2 receivers to the right. And Nye looking to pass back over the middle. Had Q Brown, but threw it behind him.
Well, he also had the tight end, number 40. Is that Ellis?
Eli Brooks.
Not Eli. I'm sorry, Brooks. I'm thinking about Ellis Brooks.
Had a touchdown earlier.
Yeah, I mean, he was breaking open as well. We just did not have that covered very well. And again, that's in the middle there. It was in between the safety and the linebackers, and it's a soft spot. We got brand new safeties out there. You got linebackers out there that haven't played as much varsity, and you've got next level kind of guys. It's not a good mix right now. A little confusion.
2nd and 10, 8:44 to play. Back to the I formation. They fake, roll out to the right. Carter Nye is going to hold it. And he's out of bounds inside the 10. And he's got a first down. Be 1st and goal upcoming for the Tigers.
Yeah, boy, he's very athletic, and that's just, you don't have a lot of choice there. You're going to have to give up who you're covering and come get him. And it's just, he does a great job. He's a very heady quarterback.
Stick with the I formation. Eli Brooks in at tight end. And watch for that seam route again.
Yeah.
Give it to Ficklin. Following his blockers inside the 5.
Yeah, he's just so patient. Waited, and then finally just kind of waiting for his lineman to clear somebody, and then he picked it.
Jonas Cecil got the tackle.
Yeah, nice job, Jonas. That looked like that had 6 written all over it. He was making a cut there at the end.
2nd and goal at the 4. Give it to Ficklin again, right up the middle. And he'll score on the 4-yard run. Touchdown number 3 for Josh Ficklin.
Yeah, that drive, they exploited some things that we had, some struggles we have with some replacements, but we've got guys out there that can play. It's just that when they get to the next level, it's just tough.
7-point game now, pending the extra point. And it is good. Cuts it back down to 6. 41-35, 8:11 to play here in the game. And Q Wilson's slow to get up again. Man,
yeah, we've got some guys
like this, Tim.
Yeah, so you had Simpson, Chandler, Q. Wow. Defense is getting banged up. Very physical offense.
So still a 6-point lead for your Wampus Cats, and chance to get the ball back here. And the way this offense has been rolling, still feeling good with 6-point lead and should have the ball here.
Yeah. That 1 point has got me in a quandary.
Yeah.
I didn't like being up 13. I wondered if there was going to be at some point they would go for 2, and it wasn't yet. I don't blame them at all. I think it's the right call, but the scoring's not over.
No.
At that point. Hope it's over with now. see if they try to kick this one this time. Nope. Just a little added extra pressure on your kickoff return team.
Chris O'Neill back and Jackson Anderson back in place of Q Wilson. Shorter kick. Jacoby Wade calling it in. Jacoby staying on his feet, cuts back to the right. Now up the middle, still staying on his feet. Jacoby Wade still going past the 40. And that was exciting, Jacoby Wade.
Oh, I never wanted somebody to go down so quickly.
They couldn't grab him. 2,
3, 4, 5.
Stiff arm. There we go.
6. Finally, the out of bounds got him down.
Well, it's easy to see why this crew is excited about Jacoby Wade.
That's a name they kept just throwing out. Jacoby
Backup safety, sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah.
1st and 10 at the 41. Give it to Boogie Carr. Boogie going to the left side, cuts it back in the middle. Nice gain on 1st down.
Yeah, that's a really, really, really good run right there. I love that. 6.
2nd and 5, 7:42. They'll swing it out to Boogie. Nothing really going there, but he gets back to the line. Chris O'Neill, Rome Fields. Now Clay Fisher coming over near side.
That's a big play right here.
Trips to the left, 3rd and 5.
Big play.
Empty backfield for Donnie. And a flag coming in. False start against your Wampus Cats. It's going to back them up 5.
Yeah, they to say that calls have gone against us at the most inopportune times is been that's putting it lightly. You go from 3rd and 5 to 3rd and 10.
Chris O'Neill, Rome Fields near side. Clay Fisher, Jackson Anderson out on the far side. Donnie rolling out left, finds Chris O'Neill. Chris with the 1st down. And he'll go down right at the 45.
Well, and he caught it short of the line of gain and made another 5 yards. Chris has shown some real strength after the catch. Great job by Chris there.
1st down. Donnie looking to pass, slings it out to Rome Fields. Rome staying on his feet past the 1st down marker down to the 30.
Rome's having, not necessarily quiet. He hadn't scored a touchdown yet, but man, he's had a good night catching the ball. Really good possession receiver right now.
Hand off to Jalen Chambers. Jalen lowering his shoulder right in the middle. Going to be a gain of 1. Clock continues to run. 6:25. They'll give it to Chambers again. Spins out of it. He'll lean down near the 25.
Okay, that's a good. He shouldn't have got those last 3 yards, so that's a good spin move there. Rome Fields with about 7 catches for almost 89 yards. Great night by Rome.
3rd and 6. They give it to Jalen again. Jalen finds a little seam, picks up the 1st down, and continues. Oh, man.
This guy, he came in last year from Texas, and the little guy, just absolutely a power runner, man. Love it.
And they'll give it right back to him. Nope. Fake. Chris O'Neill over the middle. Faked me out. Just couldn't get it. Wow, that was drawn up well.
Yeah, that was a good play. Good throw. Again, I'm a huge Chris O'Neill fan. I hate that he dropped that, but listen, we're going to count on this guy all year long. Get your head up, young man. You'll be all right.
37-yard touchdown in the 1st half. 2 receivers to each side for Donovan Amalo. Quick sling out to Rome Fields. Rome's going to pick up 3 or 4.
Going to be probably a little bit more cautious than we have been because we are in field goal range, but we need 1st down would go a long way. Take some clock off, put some real pressure on their defense.
They'll move trips to the right. Bentonville wants a timeout. Going to talk it over. 5:41 to play. Conway up 6 over Bentonville. Back in 30 seconds on Conway Corp.
When you're missing Nana's famous dressing, we'll help you make it. When you unwrap years of homemade ornaments, we'll put them in the spotlight. And when it's time to count down that glittery ball, we'll be celebrating too. The holidays are full of powerful moments. We're so glad to share them with you. Conway Corp. Always on.
As we come back live here at John McConnell Stadium, 3rd and 8 upcoming for your Wampus Cats. Ball spotted at the 15. A 6-point lead over the Bentonville Tigers. Big down here, Tim.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes in with this play right here. You don't want to lose anything, get out of field goal range. You don't want to obviously turn the ball over, but you want to put it in the middle of the field. You want to make sure that you're running some time.
Marion Pace lined up near side. Rome, Clay, and Jackson far side. Under pressure. Lofts it up. Just going to throw that out of bounds. That's the most pressure we've seen on Donnie tonight.
Yeah, great move by Donnie just to get away and get it out of there.
So a chance to extend the lead to 9. Adrian is 2 for 2 on field goals tonight. This one will be spotted at the 22. So a 32-yard field goal upcoming for Adrian Mejia. Kick is up, and it is good. Adrian Mejia, 3 for 3 on field goals tonight. And Conway with a 9-point lead with 5:29 to play. Back after this break here on Conway Corp.
Conway Regional has been the community's hospital for 100 years, providing high-quality, compassionate care. As our community continues to grow, we're growing alongside you to ensure all your healthcare needs are met right here in Conway. When your family needs emergency care, you can trust our board-certified providers to provide you with the comprehensive care you deserve when you need it most. When you're facing an emergency, trust the care you'll find down the hallway, not down the highway. At Conway Regional, we're not just growing, we're growing together.
What a huge kick from Adrian Mejia to give your Wampus Cats a 9-point lead, maintaining a 2-score advantage.
Well, and the 9-point advantage is 3 field goals by Adrian. And we were talking on the break. I don't know that I've seen him make 2 in a ball game. He doesn't get the opportunity because our offense scores so many touchdowns. Huge, great play by Donovan to extend it and at least get out of the pocket and throw it away to not lose yards.
Yeah, huge.
But then you step up and now it's a 2-score game, 9-point game. Awesome.
5:29 to play. Josh Ficklin, C.J. Brown back to receive for the Tigers. Mejia kicking it deep. Christian Battles is going to bring it out. Colin Goodman got in there. The ball will be spotted at the 22.
Good
long field for Bentonville.
That's a good coverage. You don't get to see that very much. Right at the goal line, you're taking it out because if it crosses the goal line with possession, it's a dead ball, and they ruled that he caught it and then backed in. So,
and I think that was right too. I think they got that right.
All right.
So still is Ben Chandler back out there on the far?
Not yet.
I think he is back out there.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
Carter Nye throws it down into the grass. And by grass, I mean not real grass, but
great pressure on him at that point, and really nobody open. So now you got Ben Chandler back out there. That's great news. Simpson's still not out there. You got Porter. Udi is out there.
Drew Canterbury filling in for Wade Simpson.
Yep.
2nd and 10. They give it to Ficklin. DeMarkel McKenzie hitting him right at the line. It'll be a short gain for Ficklin.
Just great technique there. I mean, beat him to the gap. in the backfield with a wrap. Nice. 3rd and long. Let's go.
3rd and 8, closing in on the 5-minute mark here. Carter Nye under pressure. That's a hold. Carter Nye. Did he connect with C.J. Brown? What a play by Q Wilson, getting that hand in there.
My man, locking it down still. I mean, I don't want to say it too early. CJ's had some opportunities, not a lot, but Q's been in great coverage tonight so far.
Well, he certainly hasn't been as explosive as he was a week ago against Broken Arrow.
Yeah, he's just now making his way across. He may have gotten a little dinged up there, but that was a great play by Q. Good rush by our defensive line. 4th and long, and so they have to punt in their own end.
Q coming up. They're not going to put anyone back. Want to watch out for any shenanigans here.
No shenanigans.
Deep punt. That might be Thomason's best punt of the night.
Yeah, that was a good punt there.
Down to the 30, a 9-point lead with 4:39 to play. And the Wampus Cats with the ball.
Could we see? Is it the first time we might see somebody work some clock? Can we go that far?
I think we will, Tim Roach.
Yeah, the problem there is truly Coach Kelly does such a great job, but pace is part of our game plan. And when you get out of that, it gets a little bit weird. But now you're at a point where you need to work a little clock.
Boogie Carr will start this drive in the backfield. They'll give it to him. Follow Cole Williams.
What a great run. Oh, my gosh, what a great run.
Just so shifty.
Yeah, that's a gain of 6, and, man, I mean, he was just a little bit from breaking it.
Well, here we go, Tim. 24 seconds on the clock. They're going to let this wind down a little more. So, yes, Tim, we will see.
The answer is they use a little bit.
They will work some of the clock. Down to 10. Snap it at 10. Another handoff to Boogie. Man, that left side just so much push. All those linemen moving inside.
I mean, Aaron Smith and Q Whitehead, Cole, both Coles. Nathan Berry just killing it right now. Boogie at 21 carries for 223 yards. 3 scores. Stats says 3 scores. I'm going to go with stats.
It's 3. It is 3 for sure.
Donovan Amalo, 27 attempts, 17 completions, 253 and a touch.
Give it to Jalen. That left side working again. Stays on his feet. Chris O'Neal, great blocking downfield. And that's a big run on 1st down.
What I love about it is he knows he's way past the sticks. He was literally extending the ball as he's going down. I mean, contact at the line of scrimmage. 1, 2, 3 hits. Now watch this at the very end. I'm going to get some more. Awesome.
Jalen Chambers, 8 touchdowns a year ago.
He was a touchdown machine last year.
He was. I mean, they went to him a lot on goal line.
64 yards, not on just 7 carries. Man,
7 for 7. If you're wondering who Jalen Chambers is, he wore number 2 last year, so another number change. They'll give it to him again here. He's met right at the line, but still picks up 2.
It's really good to have stats.
I know. This is our first game with stats live back in the booth with us. We're in a little different setup this year. Got more space, and
I like having. Can we take him with us?
Well, I don't know. That's a you and stats conversation.
We'll get into that later. Stats.
It'll be 2nd and 8 as Bentonville calls a timeout.
Yeah, that should be 2 off the clock now.
And I think that's what Coach Fimple is trying to figure out here on the near side.
Okay, now it's a timeout.
Okay,
Bentonville.
Officially. There we go. 44-35, Wampus Cats with the lead, 2:53 to play. The ball at the 31. 2nd and 8 when we come back into play here, Tim.
Yeah, 1 timeout left. 2nd and 8 is we're going to be running the ball. You got to think. I mean, if it's a pass, it could be safety. Now, I say that like I just know exactly what Coach Kelly's going to do. He literally could throw one over the top because they're going to be playing the run, so I wouldn't put it past him. But we're in a spot now where the clock is really against him. It's a 2-score game.
Well, and one person we haven't got to talk much about is Omarion Pace. He's a senior. I think they've got him listed at 6'5".
Dude.
And, I mean, he's just a threat that we haven't – he's been on the field a few times tonight. Hasn't got a ball thrown his way yet, but –
he'll get one eventually. But I don't know if it's now or not. But he's a mismatch with anybody in 7A football. He's just – yeah. He is so big and such a threat. Now he had to sit out a year due to an injury, so he's just now getting back into football shape. But you got Lala Smith now. Lala's in the game. Here we go.
Lala in the heavy set. They'll give it to Lala, bouncing it out to the right, cutting the back end, still on his feet. Falls down to near the 25. They'll mark him at the 26, so a great pickup on second down.
Well, this is again a case of the pace of our game taking its effect late in the ball game, and then you've got 5 running backs who could actually go.
Bentonville calls their final timeout with 2:46 to play.
Well, this is a critical down for them. I mean, we're probably outside of Adrian's range here. It looks down like it's 4-down territory to me if we get this at this point from where we are now. He might be able to make that. We know that he could make it. Whether or not they want to give him the shot at this point, because a lot of bad things can happen.
Yeah.
But I think you're looking at you're going to take a full minute off the clock if you run the ball twice. And we're going to work the clock.
3rd and 3. See which running back they go back out with. Looks like Jalen Chambers is back in.
Yep.
And they'll go with the 4 receiver set. Omarion Pace and Rome Fields near side. Clay Fisher and Jackson Anderson on the far side.
They should be stacking the box here,
Give it to Jalen. Cuts it back to the right. He's got the first down. 2 flags coming in the backfield. And that's rough, Tim.
Yeah, there we go. At one of the most critical moments in the ball game. I do think that was a. I do think that was a hold.
See, I told you that you do occasionally agree with.
I hate that too. I mean, that's going to be close to a first down, and
2022 opener, 2:41 left to play in this one, and they're going to mark this back all the way to the 37.
Yeah, spot foul, so it's a guy right in the backfield, and so a little extra yardage there.
Now 3rd and 14. Clock is ticking. We give it to Jalen Chambers again. Stays on his feet, right up the middle. He's going to get about 5 or 6 of that back.
Yeah. So, you can't punt it here. You can't kick a field goal. You're
just going to run as much time off.
Yeah. You're going to
32 yards would be marked at the 39 if they tried to kick. That's a 49-yard field goal.
Well, here's the deal here. You can actually throw the ball here because either way it stops the clock if you don't get it. But you may run it anyway.
4th and 9 at the 32. They will throw. Lofting one up for Jackson Anderson. Couldn't haul it in. Wow.
Oh, boy.
Man, oh, man.
Yeah.
That's happened a few times tonight.
Yeah. Young receivers, we talked about it early on. They're going to get a chance.
First opportunities.
Yeah. So, listen, you're playing against the best in the state. The big stage, critical moment. That's okay, Jackson. You will get it, my man. You will get it. Don't worry.
So 141, no timeouts for the Tigers. And they trail by 9. Ball at the 32. So a lot of work cut out for them.
Yeah.
Ben Chandler still in at linebacker. Kesey rushing from the left side. Get it out to Christian. Is that Christian Battles? No.
No, that's Luke Kuhn.
No, that's
that's
J.J. Spafford.
Spafford, yeah.
So first down stops the clock at 1:35. Ball at the 46. They'll go trips to the left. Carter Nye looking that direction, going to float it out to Gilmore. Jacoby Wade had a chance, didn't haul him down, and he gets out of bounds after picking up a big chunk.
Yeah, I had a chance to keep him in the field of play. He would have stopped anyway for the change in high school. The clock stops as they move the sticks. It'll start running here in just a second.
So 126, ball at the 44. High snap, Carter Nye under pressure, but gets away from it.
Yeah, good defense. We had over-under with Hudson and who is that? RJ.
RJ Chapman.
Yeah, had the over-under there, so nothing there. High snap, got a quick run up the middle, but didn't break down.
So no Josh Ficklin on the field.
Yeah, be throwing
for any of this, but he's a receiving
good
too. Wow. Another high snap for Carter Nye. Happy feet back there. Here comes Preston Prock. And a nice sure tackle, keeping him in bounds by Q Wilson.
Yeah, really, really good coverage there. He had to come all the way back for the ball, and Q did a great job there.
Under a minute to play, 3rd and 5. Carter Nye looking to his right. Connects with Luke Kuhn.
Did not get it.
Did not get the first down, but got out of bounds. Or did he not? Did he not get out of bounds? Nice tackle by Hudson Wallace. So that's going to be 4th and 1.
On the ball here.
Interesting dilemma here for the Tigers. They get it across the way to Q Brown. Cuts it back inside the middle. Got to get him down. He's going to be taken down near the 20.
Yeah, the
clock will stop at the first down.
Only thing good there was the clock ran on as he was
26,
running around.
Yeah, down to 26 seconds now.
Clock starts again.
Go trips to the left. And Nye looking that direction. Keldon Thomas with the hit as he throws it. Down to 15 seconds now, and we got some fans not happy with the lack of a holding call there.
Yeah, it's wow, that came on. Stat says that yell came through the glass.
Travels well.
Yeah, a lot of anger.
And it was, pointed away from us.
Yeah, but well covered, good pressure, made him have to try to mix it around in the pocket. Nothing open, so he just threw it over everybody.
15 seconds to play. 2nd and 10, ball at the 21. Spafford, Kuhn, and Brown to the left. Preston Prock, nope, Porter Udy.
Wow,
Porter Udy with the sack. And folks, that's gonna do it.
Yeah, they can't get back and lined up in time. Wow, what a win.
Your number 2 ranked Conway Wampus Cats will stay ranked number 2 with a big 9-point victory at home over the number 3 ranked Bentonville Tigers. How you feeling about that, Tim?
I'm actually watching. Coach Wimple is still not happy even with the win. And there was a lot of stuff going on in this ballgame. Listen, this is what you wanted. You didn't want anything to happen that caused you to do things other than what you're expecting in the 7A Central, and that is it's going to be you're going to battle every game. Probably going to be tight. You're going to see some scores that get elevated. We were able to get through this. Think about this. We did not convert 2 goal line.
Oh, yeah.
First and goal from the 5s. We had 3 drop balls in the end zone.
Yeah, it could have been so much worse.
I mean, it's a 9-point game. It could have been. And these guys, listen, no knock on Jackson or Chris O'Neill. Those guys are going to be great for us this year. You mark my words on that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We'll go ahead and take a look at the final stats as Scott Stats Taylor just sent the final ones over. 9-point win for your Wampus Cats. And 9 of those points coming from Adrian Mejia, 3 for 3 on field goals. Boogie Carr leads the way rushing, 21 carries for 223 yards and 3 scores, including a 13-yard run early in the game. I don't remember what his last run was, but he had a big impact in the receiving game, too. 5 catches for 77 yards. Jalen Chambers had 9 carries for 71, and Donovan Omalo 9 for 59, and Lala Smith 6 for 20. And 1 score. Donovan 17 for 28 passing, 253 yards and 1 touchdown. No turnovers at all from this Conway Wampus Cat offense. So a great night for them. Rome Fields leading the way with 8 catches for 91 yards. Chris O'Neal 4 for 85. And that 137-yard touchdown strike back in the first half.
Let's not forget, I know you won't because you're a big fan as well, Adrian Mejia with 3 field goals tonight, and the last one changed the entire dynamic of the last 5 minutes of the ball game. A 2-score game changes everything. You know what you've got to do, and so
I told you during one of the breaks, I said if we just get a 2-score lead at some point, it's gonna change how I feel about what's happening.
Well,
and it definitely did.
Prognosticator Levi was right there. But I again, really great game, and 3 field goals by Adrian in a ball game. Haven't seen that. Great shot here. Love. These are 2, by the way. These will be teams that you'll see making the mix in the end of the season. 2 great programs, really getting it done. What a great show tonight.
Love it. Keith Fimple getting his 35th win here at Conway, or his head coaching career, because it's all been here at Conway. Seeing the Wampus Cats head over to the student section. Tim, this student section was incredible tonight, and you've seen it at volleyball already this season. It seems like a special group of seniors this year.
And you know who's leading the charge out there? Sam Gregg is doing a lot of the organizing of it. He's getting everybody involved. He's a good networking guy. Obviously getting it done with the student section. Great job by them tonight.
Sam Gregg, part of that Wampus Cat baseball
He's got a ring.
championship.
He's got a ring. Well, he doesn't have a ring now, but he'll get one.
He'll get one shortly. All right, that's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. We will be on the road next week.
Springdale.
At Springdale, the longest road trip on our schedule. And I'm hoping it's the longest road trip all year because I'm hoping we're playing at home throughout the playoffs. We'll see how that goes the rest of the way. But big win tonight for your Wampus Cats. Number 2 over number 3, and we'll see you next. You got
I was going to say thanks to everybody that put this show on.
Yeah,
I mean, this is our first broadcast of the year. We have some new players this year.
Yeah, a lot of new faces, like we talked about, new receivers out there. We got new faces in here. Keith Kelly, first game directing.
Yep, great job. Keith.
Flawless, perfect. I loved it. Dewey Farmer on replay. Jenna Kelly on the scoreboard. Alex Douglas back on camera. Brady Myers, a new camera person. Justin King, as always, on social media. Scott Taylor back in the house. On stats. I love it. Maggie Risley, Kara Kirby back monitoring the stream. And then we had all 3 of the producers tonight. Wayne Bailey, Ashton Brown, Javon Massey, and, of course, executive producer Jeff Matthews doing a great job in the pregame. He's our studio host.
Studio man.
Love it. Also, we didn't get to hear him tonight.
It's the voice of the band.
The band didn't get to perform. All right, that's going to do it. We'll see you next Friday at Springdale. Thanks for watching.